don't want to make this a race thing.
I did not see one.
There wasn't a single one of us up there. You tell me when was the last time you used cursive that wasn't to write your signature, and then you also tell me how much cursive is actually in your signature. Other than the first two letters of your first and last name, the rest of that shit's just fucking squiggles. I will not hear anything else.
I would say either that or...
Are you serious?
So she has her dad's debt and her school debt.
Oh. They literally said, add to it, give it to the next person.
Double it, give it to the next person. Your child for your debt. Now we have your child and she has your debt.
Hey legends, it's that time of year again. It's the Cheese Rolling Festival. Or, with the amount of people filming the event on their phones this year, you might say it's a bloody Coldplay concert. No, I'm not being a cynical wanker. It's great. Cheese and those who care about cheese and chase it down what is basically a cliff
Jesus Christ.
deserve the mainstream credibility. And it's, look at her. It's admirable. It requires dedication.
I
It's
love
about
it's
having
humble,
limits,
but that
but not
man
giving a shit
is
about
fighting
those
for
limits.
his literal
Most
life,
importantly, it's
right?
about seeing if people can fly.
Oh,
Genocide,
my
war,
God.
the impending
He just
collapse of
smashed
our
his
planet.
head.
Just
Yeah.
one bloke can make us
He
all
went
forget
full
about that.
fucking
A
ninja
simple
and then
man
biffed it on
living a
his
simple
spine.
life for cheese. Fuck
Like-
me dead. How many angles of this guy do we have?
He's
Not
gotta
enough
be
would be
dead.
the answer to that. But seriously,
disappears.
is he okay?
He did a
Are
full
any
backflip
sports journalists
onto his
interested
head.
in that story? Alive?
Bam.
Alive? Anyone? I mean, what is
Just the
point
rotation.
of
At
Are You
least-
Okay
right?
Day
At least-
if we're not all checking in
At
on
least
this
his
dickhead
ass took
to see if
the
he's
brunt of his
okay.
weight, but he
just
definitely
vanishes
got
behind
fucking
the
like
house.
whiplash from that.
Jeez.
This
Concussion
picture speaks
at minimum.
1,000 words, at least. She's crying. There's a solitary tear running down her cheek.
Why did I do
Meanwhile, the
that?
human next to her is upside down, lost, confused.
That's a broken back for
hurt.
sure.
Yeah.
Overall, every year, this tradition reminds me that our species is never changing. If we want to be reckless, idiotic, and wasteful with our well-being, that's our choice. That is our right. It's our God-fucking fair dinkum given right. At least for cheese.
Boy.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this a race thing.
I did not see one.
There wasn't a single one of us up there.
Not that I could clock, no.
Oh, man.
You've never run. You don't know the joys of running down a big hill really fast.
I mean, we do.
No, we do.
But
You never like as a child just like gone up to a sand dune and just fucking yoked it down.
as a child.
You never
No,
somersaulted
I've never
your
done that.
ass. You've
I've
never.
I've never been to
The
a
fuck
sand
is
dune.
wrong with you?
Oh, a sand dune in
Sand
particular?
dunes is
No.
the thing we just go
No.
to? Like,
Not a sand
You
dune.
live
a
in
hill,
Michigan.
a grassy hill, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, we have sand dunes within like 25 minutes driving distance of us right now.
Yeah, I know.
Big ass ones,
I know.
Mhm.
and they're so fun to run down.
I bet they are. I bet they are.
I haven't done a sand dune, but big grassy hill.
Mock
Oh,
out-
absolutely.
Mock outright decided it is very fun to do.
I'm sure.
And at least when you have
Sand makes more sense
Yeah.
to do something like this on.
This-
This is
is
just
insane.
memery.
It's just psychotic.
That's like suicide.
Like that,
Honestly.
how they're not, some people are walking away with like massive hospital bills. Where is
Yeah.
this happening
yeah.
at? Does anyone say?
Jesus Christ. Like he makes it look so slick and then he eats shit.
Right? Cheese Rolling Festival 2025.
Like if he would have been able to shift his like weight and air at all, I don't think he was in any control over his body. But if he had
No.
done some like ninja shit and like started sliding, that would have been
That
so
would have
cool.
been sick.
Like, I want to go chase the cheese and become a paraplegic. Like,
Why, you fools?
This is the kind of shit my mom would watch and they'd be like, Dominic, don't ever do anything like that in your life. Yesterday, I saw 3 children who ran down a hill and then broke every single bone in their body. Now they eat out of a straw and then breathe out of their asshole.
It happens in Gloucester, England, which makes a lot of sense now.
Mm.
You can do stupid shit like this when you have affordable fucking healthcare.
Yeah, that's fair. That is entirely fair. Absolutely.
I still wouldn't do it personally, and
No.
clearly the Black Brits don't do it either.
there are some things that the medicine can't fix.
You can't fix stupid, man.
No matter how much health care you have.
Next year, you guys are gonna be hog-tied at the top of that hill, and I'm gonna push you down myself.
I mean, if you give me the plane ticket, there, you do whatever the fuck you want.
You are the cheese. I'm rolling down the hill.
I feel like the main part is as long as you're smart enough to not try to run.
Well, that's the problem, though. Oh wait, I think I saw a brother. That
I think I saw maybe one.
Regardless, that's the problem, though. You could walk, but the people behind you aren't.
This is true.
They're gonna bulldoze you over.
You're right. I think if you just start from a place of on your butt already and just let yourself, Jesus, God.
Yeah.
Like, that's a broken arm. I don't give a fuck what you say. That arm is broken.
There are bruises.
Still...
You're going to be seeing bruises for a long time.
Right?
At minimum.
I thought running with the bulls was some crazy shit.
Like a team of EMTs at the bottom?
I hope so. Like, if anywhere, this is the place to be.
Because, like, this is the scene that you see when someone dies from falling down a hill.
Yeah.
This is what you see in the movie when this shit gets, like, really tense and you're like, are they going to be okay?
I don't think his butt took as much of that damage as you think it did.
No, it didn't. That's the thing.
Honestly, I think it may have made it worse because of the way he
whipped
back
to
that
the
skull
that
into
angle
the
is
ground.
crazy.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Dude, I need to know, is this dude okay? Some people never throw themselves down a grassy hill and it shows. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, they're not going to talk about it. I just want to know if that dude is okay. Because, like, Jesus Christ, there's no way you just get up and walk away.
I'm really hoping they are, because otherwise I think the headline would be "Man Dies."
Yeah.
This would be the last cheese rolling festival because a dude died at it.
I mean, I haven't heard about it for a little bit. Like, I remember seeing, I think, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, like a clip from then. But this video reminded me that this exists. Yeah. And they're still doing it.
Like, so, I remember seeing this like some time ago, the first time it came around. I didn't remember, like, it was violent. That dude takes the fucking cake.
Yeah.
I want to see it one more time. It's just, that flip is crazy to me.
There's a bit of serotonin that comes with watching it, but
planting into, and then this dude.
He really just bounced. Right, he bounced like this. Like, that's some cracked rib. Like,
he literally launched himself. Like, it didn't need to be that violent.
It really didn't.
But his legs decided.
He turns into like a fucking sled, like a little surfboard.
He super
just
did,
grating.
didn't he?
Like, you're getting
like,
it's just out of sight.
If I saw this in like GTA or something,
physics.
Right, ragdoll physics. This would be, I mean, it is still very fucking funny, but this would be hilarious. Seeing it happen to an actual person is like, oh
no,
that dude is not going into work anytime soon.
God had ragdoll physics on him on.
Christ almighty.
Remember when America's Funniest Home Videos?
Yeah.
Those were the days. Now we just set the yell World Star.
Right. I mean, that's actually a funny.
We're past the World Star days.
That's actually a funny way to look at it, though.
We're past the World Star days, even
because like back then, it's like they had a show for funny videos.
People had to like submit their video and go like, okay, we're gonna have this super embarrassing, stupid thing be presented to the world.
But now
everything you do is presented to the fucking world,
and it's all stupid.
And it's all dumb.
We don't have to cherry pick. We don't have to cherry pick anymore. It's just there.
Everything is content.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of everything is content, welcome back to the podcast. It is episode 63. You might
6 away from the big one.
6 away from the big one. I got to catch back up on the episode uploads. Y'all might notice that there's like a month gap between the last upload and this one, but don't worry about it. Shut up.
I have a hard time sometimes believing it's the episode number that it is. I'm like, it feels like we've done even more, but at the same time,
feels like it, right?
But at the same time,
it also makes sense.
Accurate. Yeah.
A little over a year with some breaks here and there. So Fluff.
Yep.
Do you know why C# is called C#? No. This is for the programmers. This one specifically is for the programmers.
What?
We're about to learn something.
I mean, I have a theory, but it's wrong.
What is it?
Isn't C++ a thing?
Yeah.
I feel like someone just saw that and is like, isn't that just the same as C#?
Well, it's probably built off of C++. It's a higher level programming language. It's probably built off of C++ in some fashion. And
hold on.
Because I guess I'm thinking about it a little bit in music theory, right?
Sure.
How you have like the whole thing where like a B flat is like a C sharp, or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some kind of bullshittery going on.
I hate how
like
you're
that.
somehow super far off and on the right path.
Based off of the context of this tweet, I have a theory,
Okay.
but I'm not going to say it right now because I don't want to spoil it if I'm right.
We're watching this for you. I already know it.
Whisper it into the mic so nobody
Well,
can-
like there's also like I'm talking about the viewers, dog.
Fair enough. Fair
The
enough.
content. All right,
Fair
we're gonna build up the tension,
Fair.
the mystery.
Whisper
All right,
it
I
into
guess
the
we'll come back to
mic
this video
and
later.
Ruben,
We need all the tension we can get.
Okay,
Stick around
so
to the end of the podcast.
Based off of just this image, if I had to guess, I would say that it's the sharp, the pound sign is a combination of 4+ signs.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was in the thing until you said it. But
Heard
yeah,
someone call
no, I never thought about it. This is because it's technically C+++++.
Oh,
And someone was like, "Oh yeah, the 4+ signs, if you arrange them in a 2x2, makes a sharp symbol. So we're just going to call it C sharp."
what are the
Would I have ever guessed that without this image? Absolutely not.
Right?
what do the pluses denote in the C+++++?
Fuck if I know.
Versions, I would have thought.
I think it's literally that.
Because we
It's
have
just
C, then we have C++, we have C++.
C++.
Oh,
I don't know if there's a C3 pluses.
C#
Yeah.
Windows.
I don't know if I should
Because
be upset
as far as I
about
understand it, C# is basically the object-oriented programming version of C++. Even though technically C++ also does object-oriented programming.
Flavored Java. Is that
Yeah.
accurate? Yes. It's also, I heard someone call C# Windows flavored Java. Is that accurate? Yes. It's also not C#. It's just C+++++.
I hate it.
It's like that forever now. I heard someone call C#.
The silence says all. I'm assuming he's in like a Discord call or something.
No, he's streaming.
He's a streamer.
He's a streamer. Pirate Software is really big, like tech, programming and video game streamer. I've been like on a big Pirate Software kick lately.
Mm-hmm. His content is good.
Very
See
good.
Tic-tac-toe.
See, I saw that. I was like, wow, okay.
C hash.
It's C hash, like it's not C# or C hash, it's C+++++, and you can just represent that by the sharp symbol.
But everybody calls it C#.
But everybody calls it C# because that's what the symbol is. So I looked,
Interesting.
and when I looked it up, I was like, is it C++++ or C#? But it's like, yeah, no, it's C+++++. But it's denoted as C# because the symbol makes more sense.
So it's the sequel to C++?
More or less, yeah.
Can't just decide that symbol means 4 pluses.
They
You
did.
can when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's you if you can denote it down, like who decided that a 7 and a O is a salute?
I guess.
Who decided that a dash, a period, and a dash is the unamused face? Who decided like any of that shit means what it is, other than the symbols that they've always been? I think we can decide that shit whenever we want to.
I guess.
I think you're gay. It can be decided whenever you want to. Yes, I have power. Oh man, yeah, no, that was just a little fun fact, but it does lead me into another one, which we'll just watch it.
This is going to make all of you age 50 years. You ready for this? So we had a setup that was like this. We had a desk, and it had 2 stations on it. And we had a keyboard for this one, mouse and keyboard, and we had a controller on this one.
It was not clear. He says in a second. He's talking about he's like demoing a video game at a convention.
I've seen this before.
Have you?
I've seen this clip.
Yeah.
Not a single kid that came up could use that mouse and keyboard. Some of them, their hands were too small. Some of them never seen a keyboard before in their life. And I was like, oh man, like, we got to go buy another controller for the next day, like, because it was a 3-day con, you know. So we bought another controller, and we got rid of the keyboard. So we had controller and we had controller, right? Because they're smaller. The kids' hands can work on them. So kids walk up. 50%. Half of the children that came up moved the controller to the side, not knowing what it was, reached out and tried to touch the monitor because they had never played a game outside of on a phone or a tablet and thought it was a touchscreen. The next generation doesn't know what a controller is. This,
Like, yeah, right? Yeah, right?
No.
It took one generation to go from classic mouse and keyboard plus like hand controller video games to a completely like interfaceless. Like you don't need an extra thing to interface with the screen anymore.
Because you just do it directly.
You just do it on the screen now, and it was literally a generation.
How big is the monitor that they were play testing on?
I mean, good question, but a lot of tablets are huge, and you get a lot of touchscreen monitors and kid stuff now.
I guess, but I'm thinking like if it's like the size of a TV, right? I don't. Maybe this is just me and my millennial ass.
I was gonna say you're a millennial, my G. Also,
I think you're falling victim to what the point is.
What he's pointing, right? They also do make touchscreen TV size stuff, right?
Who owns that?
You don't have to own it when what you're used to is whatever screen you're looking at is touchable.
Dog, if you're 5 years old and every screen you've ever used is touchable,
from another screen's not gonna make you go. Because you have no frame of reference that isn't touching the screen. You're going to just touch the screen. Like, you go to a grocery store, you're touching the screen. You touch every screen now. And there are kids that don't know anything other than.
You go to the fucking stove, the buttons are a touch screen.
Everything's touch screen now.
My camera, it has a touch screen, and I forget to use it all the time.
I don't use it.
I forget that it has
Forget that it has one every single time because we're used to the tactile.
Yeah.
Right? It is.
In fact, my old gaming laptop, or the laptop I used for college, that was touchscreen.
Really?
I never used it.
Yeah, the laptop I had used for recording this podcast is touchscreen. I just don't use it.
Wait, what?
That laptop is touchscreen.
That's crazy. Way.
Yeah. You just, none of us ever use it.
I've accidentally like touched
shit on it, right?
Yeah. Because it's useless.
It's like the Switch.
On a laptop, yeah.
The Switch is touchscreen.
You forget it's touchscreen because no one ever fucking uses it. You have no reason to use the touchscreen function on the Switch.
Well, damn. I forgot about that shit
too. Forgot about that. Now, if he did say to everybody, like he did say 50%. Half some kids did, some kids didn't.
Yeah.
But I think we are going to start seeing that slip more and more.
I want to know what that age gap is, though. I
would like to know what the age range
was. He said
50%.
Was there a correlation? Like 50%, most of them were younger, or like 50% didn't matter?
I mean, I would love for a concrete breakdown of the data. I don't think we're
getting.
No.
I have not had a chance to go find like what stream this came from to get the full context. I have no idea what Connie was at, what he was demoing, why they were demoing it, whatever. So all we know is that they're kids. Like we can put together pretty well that they're children.
See, at first I thought this would be a Pokemon thing because of the comment right there.
Children too small to use a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm guessing young elementary age, but could be anything, right? But there is a second reason I posted this, and it's because of this comment thread right here. People do this thing that I really don't like, and it's not this comment at all. This comment is basically what we already said. Is this person's reply to this comment. So Laker, whatever the fuck, says, that doesn't make me feel old. That makes me feel sad. And then someone else replied, I'm wondering, is no one teaching them how shit works anymore, or did TikTok really turn them all stupid?
How stuff worked changed.
Like, so people do call him out. But it is very annoying, and it makes me wonder, are we just doomed to become boomers? Like, are we just doomed to be boomers? Because that's the most boomer shit I've heard in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like, did you just call these children stupid for using the technology at their disposal at hand today? Like, because motherfucker, I can guarantee you, I can list a lot of technologies your granddad can do that I know you can't. That I know you would have no idea what to do with it. I know motherfuckers my age, between like our ages, that don't know how to use a rotary phone. Because they've never had to. They've never seen one.
I don't know how to use a rotary phone.
Right? Like,
they don't teach cursive anymore.
They really don't. And honestly, I don't think they should.
Yeah.
Cursiv's fucking archaic as fuck. You tell me when was the last time you used cursive that wasn't to write your signature, and then you also tell me how much cursive is actually in your signature. Because if it's other than the first two letters of your first and last name, the rest of that shit's just fucking squiggles.
I was
And
gonna say
will not hear anything else.
I would say either that or you only do the first letter of your name and the first letter of your last. That's what I just KR done.
Exactly. I'm RB, and I know just enough of the rest of the letters of my first and last name to write them out, but I don't fucking use them. No one uses fucking cursive. And if you try to hit me with the bullshit of, well, you need to know cursive so you know what the Constitution was originally written in, and it's like, bitch, are all the versions of the Constitution we got now not correct or what? Because this bitch is already... Hey, we're not even following it anyway, but it's but it's already been translated. We don't need cursive anymore. It's such a fucking archaic language now.
It sucks because I can write it, but I can't read it.
You know, well, like you could like study, do it for academic study, but that's like a specific. Remember, fucking.
Now I say it's a dead language. I love calligraphy, and I love when people do that kind of like as an art form.
It looks nice.
It looks fucking fantastic. Don't get me wrong, right? But like this
it's cool, but it's not a skill necessary to navigate the world.
There is no tangible benefit to cursive nowadays. I mean, even if we go on the angle of, well, people need to know how to be able to sign a signature. What the fuck does that actually do? There's no tangible benefit to your signature being in cursive, other than there's some standard that a bunch of dead people put in place forever ago.
You could probably...
And the whole point of signature is having your name on something. If you're in a place where you can put your name on it, whether your signature is block letters or flippity cursive, it's the same fucking shit.
It's the same goddamn signature.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Izzy?
Do you think you could make your signature just like a box and a circle, and as long as it was always that, it would
considering I could sign credit card purchases with a line,
I signed them with smiley faces on a regular
basis. You can do smiley
Yes.
faces. You can do a heart.
MJ
Signatures-
does both of those
Really?
in her signature. Yes.
And
All
they
right.
accept all of that because they don't want a signature.
Identity
they
theft
want
motherfuckers. You now
proof.
know how to get his wife trapped up. But you don't, though.
They want proof that a human was there and did it.
And
right?
that's
So-
it. It is like...
And even if you don't do cursive, you can do fancy font of
Right, of
regular.
anything.
I learned this when I tried to fuck around with so my girlfriend at the time wanted to join a gym. All right. And she had like won this like deal on the radio. I thought it was shady as shit. And because like when we showed up, they were like, "Oh, now you have to sign up with one other person." And she was like, "Do you want to sign up with me?" I was like, "Fine, I'll do this. I'll try this."
That does.
And I was like, "I
shitty as
do not
fuck.
want my name on this. This is probably going to backfire." And so I didn't sign my name.
Oh,
I
you just
didn't
signed like a random
I
name,
didn't
or just
sign
random
I
sweetness?
signed like a random name. But I did sign the piece of paper. It was my hand that
right.
penned it. And so when shit didn't go well, and we wanted to cancel the contract, and they were like, "Oh, if you're going to cancel the contract, you have to pay us all the money you were supposed to pay us," which looking back now is something that I could have sued them for.
Yeah. Super.
Because that's not how contracts work.
That's also not how sweepstakes works.
Yep. And so which actually they did get sued for. Later I found out.
Good.
But I was in high school and I did not understand
enough.
any of this.
Fair enough. That's how they get you.
Yeah. And so, and so I tried to be like, that's not my name. I didn't put that on the piece of paper. And come to learn that they don't actually care if that's your name or not. They just care if you were the one that signed that piece of paper
Yeah.
in a court of law.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like all the quote unquote binding shit of a signature is the most intangible, made up bullshit concepts. Like it's like
They're not gonna verify
like
that.
no one has ever verified my signature before. To the point that we do electronic signatures that are just generated through a script. Like it's just like a font script that generates your thing.
Sign here, and you just type your name, and it's like you're good.
Right? Like so it
Now one form I think just real quick of this like font or language, right? Of like this English language thing that I think is interesting that I just learned about not too long ago is shorthand.
So like stenographer shorthand or just the concept of shortening down stuff? Like
That's
the
what
note.
I thought shorthand was. Just the art of shortening words and sentences down to their baseline structure.
That is a form of shorthand. What have you learned recently?
I learned that shorthand is actually seemingly a whole different language almost.
Yeah.
See, it sounds like you're referring to like stenographer shorthand, which is like its own
Yes.
version of English.
They
I
type in
didn't know that was a
consonants,
thing.
not letters.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
There's written shorthand, and then stenographer shorthand is like typed, isn't it?
I mean, it can be, but like,
Formz
It's
is,
because
but-
stenographer's shorthand is specifically typed because they have a special keyboard that
Yeah.
uses phonetics instead of letters.
That's why if you've ever seen one in like a TV show, they're like super tiny compared to like any other kind of type.
but no, like my aunt was over at my mom's house the other day, and the topic came up, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I used to write shorthand," or we found something. I think we were going through some old stuff, and we found like this. I don't know, this like letter or something, and it was like symbols and shit. I was like, I don't know what this is. And she's like, "Oh, that's shorthand." I was like,
Well, I mean,
What?
words can have multiple meanings.
Right.
I've also seen shorthand used to refer to like, specific
You talking shit like
specific
this?
lingo and vernacular
Yes.
used by a specific person, or like code, like a personalized shorthand, or all kinds of different things.
like that's I guess the alphabet in this shorthand system, right?
Yeah.
But like literally the pages that are showing up there, like that's what the page looked like. I was like, is this some kind of ancient script
Right.
that like I don't know, is that like some kind of even fancier cursive? And my aunt's like, no, that's just shorthand. I was like, what do you
That
mean?
actually makes a lot of sense though, because that way you can probably
very quickly scribble, and you don't need to like worry about. Well, I guess you kind of still need to worry about lines, but
But
Just kinda
your
move.
quick lines have meaning in and of themselves, which is very interesting.
And apparently, yeah, this is what she said that she did for, it's like banking and finance and stuff like that.
I mean, it makes sense if you have to take notes quickly.
right. And that was the purpose.
This is something they could have taught us in school that would have been valuable.
it really would have. It really
Because,
fucking
like,
would
it would
have.
have been for taking notes and recording your shit. Like, you fucking.
Right.
Oh,
Stenog-
God.
How do people get like stenographer jobs? Because it's a very highly technical, like it's a very niche skill, but you never hear about it as like a career option.
Well,
You know,
it's not because they have
I would be
speech to
curious.
text now.
True.
Yeah. I
But
don't know.
before
Well,
now.
I mean, I don't know, dog. Like, that's possible, but,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if.
She was like,
I-
it's something
I
that
Like, they
imagine-
don't let cameras inside the Supreme Court. I would be surprised if they're adopting that.
Right.
What she was saying is-
universally, I should say. I'm sure some courts are, but like universally.
yeah, apparently it was a class that like you took and you could put it on your resume that shorthand, and that was apparently like a big like one
Interesting.
up on most anybody else who didn't know shorthand when you're going for those type of
I mean, fair.
jobs. But
Because at that point, it would be better to just get a raw audio recording. Because even if you have a speech to text, you still have to have somebody to go over and like review.
Because like there's
Yeah.
this shorthand we all know
right,
about.
that's what I thought shorthand
That's
was.
what I always
just
thought.
in general, I never
This-
knew.
Now they're just trying to indoctrinate me.
You want to know what's into the world that we might like. This is just a different language.
Yes,
This is just straight up a different language. But it looks like you take common
Well, I would say
phrases.
language writing system.
I mean,
yeah.
hyperbolically, it's
Yeah.
a different language. But yeah, I'm assuming that shorthand is just very. Any particular shorthand system is just very. What's the word? I can't think of the word, but it's a particular industry has its own form of shorthand. I would imagine almost like code, like it's like code breakers. I mean, like during like Cold War and shit, right?
Oh, or like,
so it's like I
Morse
imagine
code.
the type of shorthand is not.
I mean,
fully
they use
universal.
two different symbols for HI in this shorthand. So
Did they?
like, yeah, like his and him. His, if I'm reading this correctly,
Loved us. So yeah, his would be somewhere in here,
his should be the word before one, which is this little B thing,
right?
and then him down the section is a large swoopy H with a slash.
Yeah.
But then my whole thing with this is if everybody writes slightly different, how the fuck are you supposed to know if this line means you? And if someone like messes or like slightly changes it, just a little bump, all of a sudden it doesn't mean that anymore. And it's like something entirely different.
I mean, the same way it works with like Japanese kanji. It's probably a lot of context.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you right now, I'll even say this.
Kanji are very distinctive, though.
They are, but they can also be very close to each other, and like small distinctions can make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
You interpreted this as an H. I saw this as an L. And I think it just comes down to, if you understand the context of it,
Yeah.
you'll probably be able to pick up on it.
But I could
quickly.
start reading that symbol as him, right? And then if I was writing this and I him, and then I was doing like taking notes consistently enough, I could very easily build my own like internal shit for that.
Right.
Yeah. But that it's funny though, that image back in the Google search that you pulled up first, the yellow page one. The reason why I recognized this so quick, and I looked this up when I first was learning about it too, this page is actually in one of the escape rooms. I don't know if it's the exact, I think it's the same one we did.
For your bachelor party?
Yeah. One of the things was decoding shorthand, literally.
I thought, oh, that was shorthand.
Yes. And we didn't even know
None of
it
us
was
knew
shorthand.
what these symbols were. We just assumed it was just a glyph.
Right.
Like just fuck all glyphs. Like, okay.
But it was actually shorthand.
Interesting. So, not sure how we got here. But
That was
point
me.
being, quit calling new generations fucking stupid because they don't know the things you know. Like, just don't do that.
So much of your own knowledge is a privilege that comes from like the context of your growing, like even like reading in the language that you speak, right? Was like taught to you as a child. And that doesn't make people dumb, but it is a sign of systemic change.
Yeah. Also, by the way, the English we speak now is probably unrecognizable to the people that colonized America.
Yeah.
Like the changes of America over the last few hundred years, changes of English over the last few hundred years would be mind-boggling to people. Like, I won't say you couldn't communicate with somebody from like the 1700s, but it would be vastly different than what we're used to.
I mean,
now.
just something like as innocuous as rock and roll. Did you guys ever see that TikTok floating around that broke down how rock and roll came to be?
You mean like its evolution from blues?
The term rock and roll.
No. I'm not
So
saying
like specifically the term rock and roll was like a euphemism back in the day used to refer to like having sex in the bedroom. Right.
Sounds about right.
The name for the music came from the fact that you would make dance moves that looked like fucking,
which is why
which
is why Elvis was censored.
Yeah, which is why Elvis was
Sullivan
censored.
Show.
And there was like when we look back and we're like, why was there moral panic around rock and roll? They literally called it fucking music. Like
it was a rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling, Bobber and ba. Oh, that was fucking
as it
Bobber.
became further and further separated from that, it took on a whole different meaning. Or like
and now we have Christian rock.
The use of the word J.
Use of the word what?
J.
Like J-A-Y? Or
like
just...
J-A-Y, like is in jaywalking.
Oh, really?
That used to be like using the C word.
Oh, interesting. You mean cunt?
Like calling someone a J was the same?
I don't know.
What other C word?
Like calling someone a J was the same thing back in the day?
Cunt walking across the the street.
Interesting.
I never knew
according
that.
to the sources I've seen, yeah.
Because now the question is, how did we get Blue Jays?
I was just about to ask that.
Blue Jays are assholes.
They're just assholes. And that's the entire point. That's the entire point. Yeah, no, it's like things change over time, you motherfuckers. That's the point. There's this parents. I could teach an old guy who refers to a computer as a typewriter part and a TV part. I've worked with old people. No, it's a lot easier to teach kids shit. I can work with that. A kid who's never seen tactile controls before, parents failed, and it's like, fucking really? Like that's really? Are we really just this doomed to become boomers?
I mean, to this generation, the youngest generation, we are boomers.
I mean, fair, but do I have to think
fucking boomer?
Is it just, do I have to hit a point where I'm thinking the concept of the world has moved on from the bullshit I learned in my youth means that children are stupid and their parents have failed them. Like that's such an unnecessary take.
Well, it's reductive,
Right.
And like, it's just all around bad.
It's just bad
It's
for
just
no
bad.
reason.
It's a bad take.
Like I said, I'm glad people called them out on it. It's like, bruh, technology moved the fuck forward. That's all that happened, and the kids are learning the new thing. There's gonna be a day where the concept of physical tactile screens don't make any sense because we don't use it anymore.
Mm.
I don't know when that day's coming. It's gonna be fucking sick.
Just
We're
gonna
finally get our holograms and shit, right?
Yeah, just poking air.
Right? or there might come a day where literally everyone just controls whatever the fuck with
Their minds.
just thought.
Yeah.
Just thought waves or whatever the fuck,
People
right?
be staring at screens being like, why isn't anything working?
Why is nothing working? I'm telling
Learning
you.
how to play video games with a controller will be a lost vintage art.
It'll be the most niche historian type channel. Oh man. But yeah, no, that was
We keep the traditions going of playing video games with your hands here instead of mining crypto with your brain.
We're Amish. We use controllers.
there will be a day where the Amish can't play video games.
Yeah.
It's happening soon.
I think it's 100 years.
I think every 100 years they have to lag
Behind.
behind, something like that. Yeah. So in 2080, we'll start seeing the first Amish person with an Atari.
They must be getting electricity soon.
I think they already do. Isn't electricity like 1870?
There's probably like hardcore that just don't.
There's very likely.
Or I don't know even
The
if that
Mennonites.
metric is a myth or.
Do the Amish
Pay taxes.
pay taxes? Do the Amish have electricity yet? While Amish people generally avoid grid electricity in their homes and daily lives, they do utilize electricity in some ways. They may use batteries for buggies, portable fans, and clocks, and some Amish communities are adopting solar power. They also use generators for business purposes, especially for equipment like sawmills and other farming machinery.
So solar is fine. Some.
So they plant and harvest their own solar panels.
Propane lamps instead of electricity. I bet they weren't growing and bottling their own propane either. Yeah, probably not. You have to live on whatever fucking system you're under. But yeah, no. Yeah.
Huh.
So interesting.
Cool.
Little fun
Fucking
fact.
shit, dog.
We learned a little thing about the Amish. So I'm gonna leave it off with this Am I the Asshole reading, and then we'll go on a quick break right quick. Like with the video from Pirate Software, there's a secondary reason why I want to read this. But we'll get into that in a second. So am I the asshole for eating ice cream every night just like I always do and not stopping because my sister-in-law doesn't want my niece to see it? So most nights after dinner, I eat a small ice cream cone. It's literally the little Joy mini cups with a teeny scoop of ice cream. Maybe a big scoop if I'm having a rough day, but that's kind of rare. I don't drink alcohol or smoke weed or do anything quote unquote fun. So this is my one fun thing I do for myself. My brother and his wife and daughter are staying with me for a few weeks. They'll be gone by June 15th. I'm happy to have them here. Usually we'll eat dinner together and go our separate ways for the evening. They watch a lot of TV, so they're usually all in the living room watching. I've been eating my little cone, but my sister-in-law approached me and asked me if I could stop. She said that my niece is starting to ask why she doesn't get to have ice cream, and that obviously she was lied to by my sister-in-law when she told her ice cream is a sometimes food. Haha. I said that I wasn't going to stop, but I could wait until she was in bed. I figured that was a good compromise, and I do get that she's trying to raise her little girl to have a healthy relationship with food. But waiting until she was in bed didn't work because she came into the kitchen multiple times to ask me for some. My sister-in-law was definitely a little incredulous over it and kept saying, "Really? Do you seriously need to eat ice cream every single day?" or stuff like that. I said no, but she also doesn't need to drink a glass of wine every day either.
Got her ass.
She didn't like this and sighed a bunch and has been visibly annoyed with me since then. My brother asked me if I could stop just to avoid the drama. Fuck you, first of all. But I said I deserve my little treats. Am I the asshole? It's like that bit is pretty much an update, but we'll get to that in a second. Cause like,
yeah, I don't
fucking-
need it every day, but you don't.
You don't need wine every day, motherfucker. But seems like she's been able to handle that on her own.
First of all, they're in your house.
They're in your house.
They're in your goddamn
Temporarily, by the way.
Right.
Do you need? Do you? Like, no, I don't. But do you need to parent your child?
Yeah, yeah, you actually do. So like, this is clearly not the asshole territory, right?
No.
Like that in and of itself would have been. I would not have even shared this if that was it, right?
Just like fucking communicate.
Like right.
It's crazy that she would approach it knowing that she does the wine every day, right? Like,
It's even
just
if
like-
you don't, you're in someone else's house.
Like
Yeah.
fucking
Tell your daughter that this is a full-grown adult who gets to do whatever they want to do.
Be like, yeah, she's an adult. She's allowed to eat ice cream when she wants to.
Because-
She's in charge of her, and I'm in charge of when you eat ice cream, and you can eat it
And
sometimes.
you eat it sometimes when I deem it's okay for you to do so. This adult is in control of her own actions and can take care of herself.
And as you can clearly tell, she has a very healthy relationship with it. She eats
Right.
a little bit every day. She doesn't pig out on it, and she's allowed to do that. If she
Right.
wanted to pig out on it, she could. But you can't. because
Right.
I say
she's
so.
earned it.
But then I fucking hate the hey wronged party. Can you just not be wronged to keep the peace,
Just like to keep
please?
the peace. Just
Could
fucking,
you shut the fuck up and get out of my house?
Can you
Right.
just give in to my wife's emotional manipulation?
Right? Like, or could you be a fucking man and go talk to your goddamn wife about her weird ass parenting style?
Right.
They got shit to do with me. But yeah, so this is the most like clear cut. You're not. This is usually the type of shit I look at and roll my eyes and go about the rest of my fucking day scrolling. But then this paragraph happened. Hi. So I've decided to log off this post and not come back.
Crazy.
This post has just gotten completely out of control with really over-the-top reactions and people trying to encourage me to make things worse or escalate and call my sister-in-law an alcoholic or to purposefully eat more ice cream in front of my niece. Some of you are just like chomping at the bit to call people names and be sarcastic and nasty to me for no reason. That's not really what I was expecting, and we're not allowed to delete posts, so I'm just going to log out and move on.
I mean, okay.
Now, that is bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are definitely people who take shit way too far.
Yeah.
That paragraph in and of itself, yeah, that's a great reason to log off this post and go about your fucking life. You should. But reading through the OP, and I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to kind of recount. Reading through this, you had a lot of people who do what we just did, right? Of like, fuck y'all. This is my house. Tell them this is your house and to parent their child better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you have people going like, who legitimately were like, you should eat more ice cream in front of them, or you should eat more ice cream just to prove a point, or you should give the kid ice cream, or you should tell the mom she's an alcoholic, which you essentially kind of did already. But you have people doing that because this is Am I the Asshole? A fucking 13-year-old community that is all about pettiness and spite. Right? You brought your problem to the petty spite subreddit. And throughout this whole thing, people are giving the petty spite reasons, which are over the top and essentially to the point of being satirical. Everyone is like, we're fucking joking, you weirdo. And this person, because they never say they're a man or a woman, right? But they keep doing this. That's so over the top. And I can't believe like you would want me to do that. And everybody's like, well, no, I'm joking about that. Like,
Seems like they're like almost defending.
yeah, they're hitting the point with like people to give them an answer. Here's one. I would give her ice cream every day. At least she could enjoy being a kid for a few days before she goes back to lockdown, not the asshole. Oh, that's a little LP responds, oh, that's a little dramatic. Haha. She enjoys being a kid every day. She's not on lockdown just because she can't have ice cream every night. And the person had to respond was like, I was joking to make a point. You shouldn't have to change what you do because your sister doesn't want to, or blah 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 blah. Right. There was one I really should have saved. See if I can find it. But it is a lot of this back and forth of people. It hit a point people were like, you know what, you're not an asshole for the ice cream thing, but you are a bit of an asshole for coming into this Reddit and then wanting to dictate. Because at some point they say, matter of fact, that should be really easily findable.
Do you want me to say you're the asshole?
Right? Like, where are we at? Here we are. This is the one. This is the one. I want. Out of your house, your rules is law, even if it will just fuel the drama. She responds, I have read posts here, but I've never posted myself and feel weird about some of the stuff. Like apparently my sister-in-law is an alcoholic. Because she has a glass of wine.
A glass of wine a day is not.
That does not make you an alcoholic, right? But people are being hyperbolic. And it's weird that they're staying with me for a few weeks and I should be purposefully going out of my way to make things worse. I don't know. I regret posting this. Feels not normal. Someone replies, okay, then respectfully, what were you looking for? Any reasonable person can see your sister-in-law as being a total jackass. I eat ice cream every day. I'm in my house. I will continue to do so. Don't like it. Kick rocks. Your brother can deal with her. He chose that. You did not. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders being able to weed out that which is unreasonable or not. So what were you looking for? They respond, am I the asshole? YTA, NTA, ESH. That's all. I wasn't trying to get encouraged to escalate the situation or go out of my way to taunt my niece or anything like that. Like I said, I have read posts, but never posted myself, which I believe you never posted. I don't believe you've read fucking posts.
Right.
So I've never seen how weird people are about this stuff. Like people telling me, better make sure. You want to know what they read? They didn't read this shit at all. They heard TikTok stories of Am I the Assholes. They heard YouTube readings of Am I the Assholes. You've never actually been on Am I the Assholes, have you? So where people telling me better make sure you're eating the biggest ice cream cones while they're there is just a weird and mean-spirited thing to do. Most people are fucking joking because we assume you're reasonable enough not to actually do that. The person responds, if you've read posts here, why are you acting so shocked you're not only getting acronyms? I mean, seriously. And it kind of devolves down into this of like, if you have people like coming in behind them is like, yeah, like these people are so childish. It's like, motherfucker, it's pettiness. That's the whole point of the subreddit.
That's why we're here, honestly.
OP's like only ever heard shit on like TikToks and is also maybe like doesn't have the capacity. I don't want to like throw out specifics, but doesn't have the capacity to understand sarcasm in the way that most people do.
This autistic bitch. No. And it's very, honestly, probably, it feels kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah, like they're a little tone deaf, but I mean, to their point, what...
Like, you realize you don't have to take any... There's no advice in this thread you have to take.
Right.
Like, they get so weirdly defensive that most of their comments is about how much they don't like the comments being given to them than anything else. And it's like, why are you here then? Why did we come here?
If everybody was commenting just acronyms, this wouldn't be a fun subreddit. How would it?
Fun subreddit. You would never have heard of this subreddit because it would be. I think someone even says it's like you should probably post this on like r/advice or relationship advice because those are much more geared towards like serious, more well thought out, level headed answers. Am I the asshole? Is where you go to like revel in like fucking
how much you're not an asshole.
Yeah,
how much of an asshole someone is, or how much of an asshole someone isn't. Which makes it so much
funnier when someone is the asshole,
right? It makes it extra funny when someone is the asshole.
But that's the thing, though. Even those people understand where
like,
they're posting.
Coming here because you know that the fucking theme is pettiness. It starts at petty.
Right.
That's the entire point. Like, I think at some point, the OP mentions how everybody's so judgmental, and someone responds, you realize this is a fucking sub about judging, right? Like, the entire point is to judge based off very little information and one-sided information at that.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, so it's like, you're not the asshole for eating ice cream in your own fucking home, but you are the asshole for being this fucking weird. Like, you're doing in this subreddit what your sister is doing in your house.
Yeah.
I want to come into this space and make it about me now, regardless of what this space was before I got here. And that's really fucking weird.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you need to log out entirely, but you definitely need to leave this subreddit.
It might not run in the genes, but it runs in the family.
Stuff like this is usually people will make a post, like they will literally make a Reddit for a single post just for anonymity. So it's like if they're logging out of this account for this post, they probably do have another subreddit, or they maybe never had a Reddit a day in their life. I very much believe they have heard Am I the Asshole stories. They've never actually been on Am I the Asshole.
That's fair. I mean, I made a Reddit after seeing some stuff just so I could comment on something too. So I guess I get that.
It's common law with Reddit of most of the stuff you see in Am I the Asshole or a lot of these like judgmental stuff is usually a throwaway. Like because Reddit is one of the few places you can make an account and not tie it to anything. You can just make the account. You don't have to tie it to an email, don't have to tie it to a phone number.
Really?
Yeah, you just make the fucking account and then go about your day. But yeah, that was the reason I shared this particular one, not because the story was interesting. Like that's pretty stock standard. My extended family is kind of dicks. And am I the asshole for not wanting to let them like walk all over me? But like to then turn around and what they did in these fucking comments was nuts. So, all right, let's take a quick break. I need to cool the fuck down.
It is hot in here.
Hot than a motherfucker in here. Take off all them clothes. So, people don't know this because you left. You were only gone like the weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you went to ColossalCon.
I did. I went to ColossalCon. I had a really good time. I dressed up as Etho of Ethos Lab.
That's right. You and your cousin did Minecraft tubers. You did Etho.
Yep.
Which hilariously is just Kakashi.
I was gonna say, I was like, isn't that just Kakashi?
But the thing is that Etho's skin is just Kakashi.
Ethos skin is Kakashi.
And he knows nothing about Naruto.
He knows absolutely nothing.
He was like, this looks cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would see other Kakashis and I would be like, is this the guy everybody's comparing me to? Is this the one? Is this the guy?
Is the guy?
Bruh.
You did.
Yeah, you can't see it, but I have Canadian Canada patches on my shoulders.
Oh,
so
nice.
Unless he Canadianized his headband.
And then on the back, I have a redstone patch that I embroidered. Actually, I should.
Which we have been watching him.
I should send a picture of that as well.
Do it. Well,
this is what it looked like. It's not applique. This is what it looked like before it was applied to the jacket. And I should have a pic of it applied to the jacket.
Ooh.
Yeah, he'd been making this thing for the better part of what, like a week and a half?
About, yeah. It took me a second. Honestly, I think I would love to do it again. It took some work, but it was not as bad as I was thinking embroidery would be. And this is my first ever embroidery project. I'm pretty happy with how it came out considering that.
Yeah, it looks great.
You know,
there
is some embroidery I saw while I was there that was insane. Let's see if I can.
I promised y'all the point was for him to have pulled these pictures up before we started.
It was, but I was going to talk about less. Like this is all done by hand.
Oh,
by hand. Like it's fucking crazy.
damn.
It's fucking sick.
It's so cool, dog.
And this was just something someone was just wearing.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. I forget the name of the characters. I'm so bad with character names, especially Chinese ones. From the Master of Demonic Cultivation. It's these folks right here.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. There was I can't remember if it's a canonical couple or but yeah, no. It was super cool. So many cool like cosplays, talented people. It's always fun to go to ColossalCon for a variety of reasons. It's like a really fun community thing. Everything is always it can be a bit skeevy sometimes. You gotta like because it is a bit more debaucherous and that can like lean into sometimes the more cringy like aspects of nerd like culture. I remember going to a panel once where they were like, we went in and it was like the best asses throughout like Japanese history, and I thought it was going to be like
top 10 Sonic females.
You have to stop because we did this episode last year.
Oh yeah, that's
we
right.
talked about this last year.
So I bet
They had a rerun this year. They came back.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's referring to the exact thing he brought up last year.
Yeah, I'm sure I brought it up last year. Yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Because this is a core memory now of being like, okay, so sometimes it's not all fun and games. Sometimes this shit
sometimes
sucks.
these nerds are actually the type of nerds we expect them to be.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, I remember that conversation of like they were doing the ranking asses in anime.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even in like a fun way.
Yeah.
Like it stopped being fun. It was just a room full of people staring at it. like just
Right.
cartoon ass.
And it wasn't like, okay, this is a historical figure. Here's what the evidence we have of their ass, which I thought would just be so funny. But instead, it was like, here's a doujinshi, and now we're going to rate this woman on a scale. Like, anyways,
Do I hear
sitting in-
5?
just sitting in a room
6.
looking at porn with a bunch of other sweaty nerds.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even a highly informed, like you couldn't even
No.
walk out of there with, oh, I learned something new and fun.
it would be like if I went through my catalog of bookmarked hentai and was like, all right, we're going to rate the best of this category of
and it's
hentai.
like, that's less fun
That's-
in this setting.
No, it's not. I did see some titties while I was there. We went to a burlesque show
Hell
that
yeah.
they had. That was really fun. It has been hotel themed, so if you like that, you would like it even more. I think Has Been Told's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. It's not like, I wouldn't put it, for me personally, it's not like my top list, but I appreciate it as like a masterful like thing. It's really fun, and because I've seen it, I enjoyed the burlesque show that much more. I was also extremely high at the time.
Fair.
Oh, there you go.
Which just made it that much better. We also went to a panel called like Bad Anime, where we just got to see clips from some of like the worst anime of all time.
Now, is this like worst anime or worst animated? Like,
Anime.
so just like the story is bad. Cause there's like
So we walked in partway through it ending because the burlesque show ran wrong, and the one we walked in on was the finale scene of an anime where the guy makes his female partner shoot him through the back of the head in order to kill the villain because their heads are like lined up while he's like holding them.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's one of the stupidest scenes I've ever seen where he's like, dude, she's like, I can't do it. He's like, it's overpowering me, you gotta do it. And then she's like, I can't do it. And then she shoots and she misses. And then she shoots and she misses. And then she shoots and it goes, it's like the last bullet, it goes like right through his head into the other guy's head. And it's like, oh my God. It's so dumb. Some of it was like really like cringe stuff where this guy was like, whoever the curator of the panel was like, I started watching this, and before I finished the first episode, I put it on this list. And then they show you the clip for why, and it's because it's this in fiction, this autistic guy trying to recruit together a boy band in order to, and so like the portrayal of autism was interesting. You know, in the room of neurodivergent people, there weren't any boos about it, but it was like, instead of autism being like, you know, like just like a part about this person, basically they were oblivious to the fact that what they were doing looked extremely predatory. There were just scenes and situations where they were like, you're like, no, this is not.
That's not.
It's not it. It's not it, dog.
This is just a predator who happens to have autism. This is not an autistic trait.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it would say that, because I do think they legitimately just were fucking oblivious to the fact that they were being inappropriate. But, yeah, it's...
Fair enough.
It was interesting. And then there's one, they were like, this only got 2 episodes. It's so awful. And it's just like some guy, and like, I think in the first scene, he like falls, and it's that scene where he falls and his hands are like wrist deep in some woman's tits. And when I say that, you think I'm like being hyperbolic.
No, I know anime.
yeah.
I know.
You know,
It's
he's
just like,
legitimately wrist deep in some.
it only ever got 2 episodes. It was that bad.
You only need 2 to fucking complete.
Like
And
they started animating it. They're like, okay,
Like,
we got 2
literally, it was
episodes
like, just
down.
make hentai.
Like at this point, there's a lot of anime I've seen like that. I'm like, at this point, just make it hentai. Like, what are we doing?
What's the one where they have the outfits and
Narrows it down.
yeah, I know, it really narrows it down. But like basically like the more skin that they show in their outfits, the more powerful they become. Kill a Kill. I fucking hate Kill a Kill.
Oh yeah.
I know there's people out there that really enjoy it, but the entire premise of Kill a Kill is I want to see teenage girls almost nude and fighting. And that is
I wish you would have said that in a different way, or you might have said what you meant.
I
And
said
don't-
what I meant,
I was
because
gonna say,
that
it
is
sounds
Kill
like-
a Kill.
It sounds like he said what he meant, and yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people who are
You're
gonna
right,
be
I
like,
shouldn't have phrased it like that.
Because it makes it
But-
sound
I
like
don't want-
you wanted to see.
I
teenage
don't
girls
want to
have-
see that. I don't want to see that. But whoever wrote Kill a Kill
is high school girls in as skimpy of outfits as possible.
yeah, you're right. I should have
Just
phrased
short.
that differently because in the future somebody can clip that.
Someone's
and
gonna fucking clip that.
get me.
Yeah.
No,
Editor, beep out I wanna.
Bass boosted, got you.
It's just like, oh. Yeah, like,
just
fuck
cut
Kill la Kill.
together a whole incriminating.
The second episode, they end up on a fucking yogurt slide.
They really did.
They really did. And like he sits down in front of like the one that he accidentally fell on, and like the primary love interest. You can tell she's the primary love interest because she's got some weight that she's carrying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
And then somebody else sits down in front of her and is like, the other teammate sits down in front and is like, "Hey, touch me," like. And just like literally like grabs the guy's arms and is like, "I'm gonna make you mine." Like, well,
sick.
Being in fiction canonically a minor, and it's just
Are we talking
like
Kill la Kill or the one show?
this is the one show that
Okay.
only got 2
I was like,
episodes.
this ain't Kill
I
la
was
Kill.
gonna say this not being Kill la Kill. I don't remember this.
And
in Kill la
I'm not
Kill.
going to break down the specifics of the yogurt slide scene, but it was uncomfortable to watch.
That's fair.
And it was also like, just make a hentai.
Just make it a hentai.
Just make a hentai,
Just
dog.
do it.
At that point,
We're already here. Just
But yeah, that panel was
show the fucking nipple. Like, what are we doing?
It was extremely funny. I saw a little bit of Black Cat. I saw a little bit. What was the final one they showed? I don't remember the final one they showed, but I was shocked at the number of people that recognized an Etho cosplay.
Really?
Yeah, I think we got recognized probably like 5 to like 10, 15 times.
Are you shocked at the as low a number as that? Or
I mean, because you gotta think like that is like being recognized like once a half hour as you're like wandering around the con.
so you're shocked at how many people? Like
Yeah,
how
how many? It was about the same number of people that were like Sidon. I need
Which
you.
makes sense. Like Etho is.
But we wore the Sidon costume for a much shorter amount of time. But yeah, Etho
I was
is
gonna say Etho's a pretty like he's not like Green or Mumbo big, but he's fucking.
he's
up
big
there.
and he's an OG. There are a lot of people
Right?
out there that have like watched him and like he's been around for a long time. But also Etho is just
Kakashi,
He's-
which is why I was like,
he's
how many
Kakashi.
people approached you and were like Kakashi before they were like, oh wait,
at least as many people. Probably like if we have a pie chart, all right, 75% of the people that recognize me were like Kakashi. 25% of those people were like Kakashi, Canadian. Etho?
Okay, I see what you're getting at now. That's
And
fair,
so,
that's fair.
but then there were the section of people that were like, Ethos Lab, just straight up.
How the fuck? I wonder how many people know that skin more than they know Naruto. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like people who don't know anything about Naruto.
they only recognize it. They only associate it with Minecraft. I'm curious now.
But there was a lot of like running around and hearing in the distance, Kakashi Sensei, and then me and Erica look at each other and go. In particular, there was
these
this,
fucking idiots.
there was this-
looking at this Kakashi cosplay and thinking I'm Kakashi.
there was this one person like cross playing as who's the antagonist of Miles Edgeworth of Ace Attorney. They were doing a
yeah.
Miles Edgeworth. It was a gorgeous Miles Edgeworth, but they were like,
What's
I
his
don't
name,
have my
Miles?
glasses on, I can't see you, but that's an excellent Kakashi cosplay.
I mean, if you can't see, if everything's a little blurry,
Yeah.
We were like-
Kakashi.
we just looked at each other. We started opening and laughing, and they were like, "What?" And we're like, "You don't understand. I'm
like, in
Kakashi, but I'm not Kakashi."
In fairness, you are walking around with someone who is another Minecrafter,
I am. A lot of
People
people
should, like-
recognized Gem first, and then they
and
were
probably
like,
immediately went, "That must be Etho."
"Yeah." And then so
Mhm.
they were like Gem, and Gem was like, "Yeah, I'm here," and I also brought my Etho. And they were like, "Oh."
Oh, that's right. No, that's
And then there were some people that came up to me that was like, "I love your personal expression with the Canadian Etho. That's sorry, with the Canadian Kakashi. That's so fun. I love the way you're like doing your own thing." And I was like, oh, "Yeah."
Dang.
Because the sentiment is so sweet and like so supportive, but you're also like, "That's not what's going on." But I really appreciate that.
well, nice.
hell yeah.
And
So
yeah,
it all came together for you.
It did. It was a very fun time, and I also got everybody presents.
Oh shit!
I did.
It better be worth a lot of money.
It's worth so much
It is
money.
directly. It
The
is
resale value is
directly
gonna be
I was gonna say
correlated.
so that we can sell it immediately.
Well,
Start
it
with
also
you, Izzy.
directly correlates with how much you love me, and that's going to let me know just how much I mean in your life.
This
Damn.
is all for you. I got
Wait,
Izzy, I got you this because I didn't really know what to get you.
Hey.
I figured it was like weird and interesting. It was just along the lines. If you don't like
Face
it,
reveal for Izzy.
if you don't like it, you can take something else from here that's not a piece of clothing.
Sweet.
Is it like a light? Does it turn on or something?
Yeah, it's got a little
light that turns on.
It projects
Oh,
like the
cool.
eyes onto the wall if you like.
does
Like
it?
you can also have my Minecraft.
If it's dark enough, yeah. It was doing it yesterday.
This is true.
Chicken jockey.
I got some real fucking cool clothes, guys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a little small on me.
I recognize that, but I couldn't tell you what it's
I
from.
think it's a Junji Ito.
I think so.
Either way, I'll feel uncultured when somebody recognizes it, and I'm like, I just got it because it was cool.
You mean like a
like
Kingdom
you could
Hearts?
also have
Yeah.
a little
Maybe.
guy if you want. His father's coming in the mail, but you know,
Wait, what is it?
it's just so I got this guy. I don't know what he
The
is.
child's
Wait.
drawing of a fly, it looks like.
What's that from? It's all.
But he looks like a Glorbo from the like liminal zoology like channel. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I think it's called like I forgot the exact name of the channel. It's like Quint Quiet or something like that. But they have a video series of liminal zoology, and I bought their plush, or I funded the creation of their plush, and I will automatically be signed up to purchase one when it becomes available.
This is from like this. The form is from something. I know it is.
Child's imagination, I would assume.
It might be, but I thought it was just real funny, and I thought it'd be really funny to put that next to like the Glorbo,
Yeah.
which will look almost exactly the same, but be paler and larger.
Did you want, or did you? No.
So yeah, we can go through more specifics.
You
if
said
guys
his
want to,
dad's
but-
coming in the mail.
Yeah, hopefully at some point.
It's just a bigger version.
Basically but yeah, no, I got this for you, Ruben, because it was really funny. I saw these. I saw
Ooh.
I saw a series of these like little plastic figurines for Pokemon, and I was like, these are sick. I should get one for Ruben, but I don't know what Ruben likes, and so I asked you what you liked, and
You
then
did.
you said that you like Gudra,
He straight up texts me, he's like, hey, what's your favorite Pokemon?
and
And
so
when he texted me that, I was like, there must be some like weird nerd panel going on or
Mhm.
like some trivia thing. But I was like, yeah, my favorite Pokemon is at this point Gudra.
Yeah.
Which was followed up with it was then followed up with Dupree Evolution's Captain. And I was like, oh, he's buying stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, and I was like, and I walked around, and we looked for anything related to Gudra. We looked for anything everywhere at every single panel in the entire convention. We found nothing. And then I returned to the original place where I had saw the figures and that I thought were so cool, and they had a Gudra there. And so that's what that is.
I love it.
And
So
then
I got a Gudra that's gonna be on the mantle.
this is what I got for you, Kenton.
Oh, you bitch.
Well, look, that was about the same price as this.
Well, his is bigger though.
Not in
Clearly,
real
it means
life.
you love him more than me.
You're right. Everything I got is proportional.
Yo!
to the love I have for you guys. That one I got was pretty sweet.
Hell yeah!
So there were a couple different ones I could have got, but they were all like the same price. That was the most dynamic.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, Ken, question.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character on One Piece?
Well,
Okay.
You got it right.
I got it right.
I had also texted Kenton. He was
Oh.
like Trafalgar Law, and then he sent me a paragraph about how
You
cool
got-
Trafalgar
you
Law
guessed
was.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
he had it immediately.
He asked me, after he did that, he was like, "Do you know who Kenton's favorite One Piece character is?" I was like, I couldn't tell you if this was his favorite, but he gets a lot of Trafalgar Law stuff. So I was like, it's probably Trafalgar Law is the safest bet.
you remember the hat probably.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I do have a Heart Pirate hat, like a snapback hat,
Yep.
and it's like the one, maybe two One Piece like things that I have actually. Like,
Right. Like I know you didn't have a lot, but it was
Mhm.
like the one thing I think of every time I think of like you and One Piece merchandise.
Yeah, but as much as I like One Piece,
I didn't really know what to get you, but if you want something where like you could have one of these,
I mean,
Or-
this is pretty good. Like for me, like I'm not as into like
This incredibly difficult bitch to shop for. Right.
like I'm into like antiques and like creepy stuff.
Those
So
Oddities and novelties.
right, it's
I know
exactly
my
what he
friends.
said.
It's
He
fun.
does. He knows. That's because I was based on his advice that I got this. So I'm glad you like it. If I do find any more oddities and novelties, I'll get you something more. Hopefully, sometime.
What else you get?
I got a lot of really cool
Yeah.
stuff. Like I got these like Critical Role posters. I bought every piece of Critical Role merch that I could find, which was 3.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Um,
Don't you?
looks sweet though.
I have their like official art.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, isn't this one of your posters upstairs?
Yeah, it is. I need to get the third one. Their official art for each campaign. For the campaign 3, I don't have that yet. But yeah, no, I got one for like both. This is just somebody's like fun rendition.
Nice.
This is a Yasha. It's just Yasha from campaign 2, looking hella sick.
Nice.
And then I got these series of posters from. I got this Link.
I was going to say, that
the
looks
Kingdom.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
I got a foil dungeon meshy.
Ooh. Is that the food dungeon?
Yep.
We got to watch
We
that.
gotta finish that.
I haven't even started. I got to watch that.
I
Did I
saw
watch
that
it?
rolling around on
I think I saw like an episode while you were watching it, but I've not sat down to watch it.
Got a Yours by its
Hell
family.
yeah.
Looking fucking sick.
Is that like foil?
That's
Yeah.
fucking fantastic. Dude.
I don't. We should. This is the artist for these. They gave me their card in the bag, so let me pull it out here.
Oh, yeah.
Because they deserve a shout out for sure. This
Right.
is Yumitang. Yeah, at Yumitang. That's YUMITANG underscore.
Then
So
you
yeah,
build it.
they
Nice.
make some fucking sick shit.
I'll build it later.
Okie dokie. Just legs.
Just legs.
Sweet.
Oh, hey, it's
Got a big black post that goes
God,
up
what
to
is
there.
the clown's name?
Buggy.
Buggy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, it's Buggy.
He got bugified.
Yeah, Buggy divided up Law's pieces. Or Law just did it himself. He could do the same thing.
That's right. He can do that.
That's
can't
like
he?
his
It's
thing,
his weird
actually.
surgical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are a gift for somebody else. I gotta buy D&D thing.
Noise. Is this a? Oh, it's a disc tray.
Yep.
Nice.
These are some like little thingies that people gave me on this.
More business cards. It looks
More
like.
business cards. This is. I don't remember who made this one. That's Pineapple Bread. They're one of the artists that made some of this stuff.
Sweet.
Oh, this is your pass.
Yeah, that's my compass.
This is the most extra pass I've had.
It is. They're crazy. I got this from Julia. I got a lot of clothes. I got this from Julia Likes Cats.
Oh, nice. That's
That's
cute.
where I also got the teal sweater that I wear all the time.
Oh, okay.
Hold stuff up over on the where you usually sit. Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
So love her stuff.
Sorry, he's like half off the screen. We can guarantee it now, but it's
Yeah.
gonna have to be what it is.
She has she had like a more expensive poster that like had this really detailed like comic art, but I wasn't feeling it for me, but I would highly recommend it. It's like really cool.
Mhm.
But it was a little more expensive than I would want to pay for something I was so just iffy on, and yeah. Let's see. God, I hope I can find my something here. Well, it's around somewhere, but I also got a locket that has Jack Black as Steve on one side and the chicken jockey from the Minecraft movie on the other.
Bruh.
So you break it open and it's like it's chicken jockey, the fucking...
When it plays the song? Or
It
like
doesn't
you-
play the song, but it's just like the chicken jockey
It's
locket.
Jack Black
Oh,
and
okay.
not Dennis. Should have been Dennis, the dog.
Yeah, the
It should have
dog.
been Dennis, but it was a joke instead, so I bought it.
Fair enough.
I got some light novels, the Spider light novels.
Nice.
Nuts.
I don't know if this will block your view.
Oh no, it'll be fine. We'll give it-
Got these two knits.
I
Nice.
recognize this somehow, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
You know, I don't know what the specific like
the witch doctor.
it is.
I don't know if it's Baba Yaga, but like a legend, like a
I mean, that is the Baba
folklore.
Yaga's house. Yeah,
I'm sure it's from something specific. I just thought
on
it
the
looked
chicken
really
legs.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
So I
fair.
got it.
It could just be someone's interpretation of the Baba Yaga.
Mm-hmm.
Noise.
And that is from Sayre.com. That's SAIYRE.com.
Check. Is all the apparel from that or just?
Oh no,
No.
it's all from different places.
Okay.
This one that I was holding up to you guys earlier, but I'm sure people didn't see. This should be on the tag here. They told me it was on the tag. There is no fucking tag.
On the bottom.
Inside of the look at the bottom. And looking like the side seam. Lying pieces of shit.
I feel cheated and lied to.
Burn it. Throw it in an incinerator.
I don't know where this came from, and I don't want it.
Want it anymore?
Well, they just aren't gonna get their shout out, you know.
Well, that's on them.
Yeah, I'm sure they gave it to me somewhere. Oh, it's Julia McBride. Who is Julia Likes Cats. This is a little crop top from Sorbet Jungle. It's a little kitty one. I'm not gonna it's not quite as cool as the other ones, so I'm not going to show it off, but they make really fun plushes.
Mm. Nice.
This is the other one that I got. That I just thought looked. It's a little toad
Oh, cute.
sitting by the ocean.
Shy little
Just thought it looks
frog
cool.
singing along to this fun.
It's great wear for
tune.
the summer.
Hell yeah.
For right now, actually.
You say you walked in wearing a fucking sweater, and I was like, what the fuck is
Look, it's a good thing work is
Yeah.
air conditioned. These are both
Yeah.
has-been hotel things.
Oh, nice.
There's like a
Sweet.
that is for summer.
It's like a good haul.
Yeah.
It was an extremely good haul. I was
Mhm.
very satisfied.
That locket was neither in this bag nor that bag.
No, I was keeping it in my pocket the day of, so it's probably still in my pocket
Oh, okay.
upstairs. Either that or it's like in my car or something.
Or it's down in Ohio.
You know, it might be. It was like $15 and fun, and I supported a flea market person. So if it ends up not, it's not
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
like vital.
Fair enough. Well, that's a sick haul. And then you saw some other stuff.
I did. I thought this group was very funny. The choppers.
Yeah, all dressed up as different One Piece characters. It
I
looks
was going to say
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. I'm assuming Nami.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming Nico. I don't
Princess
Oh yeah, Princess Vivi.
Vivi. Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, this was a thing that you would see, like there would like different Hooter like fandom like
Right.
groups. I just thought this one
That's
was
funny. I didn't think that was a thing.
Nice.
Some people were just Hooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that.
Mm-hmm.
This was going on. Was DreamCon going on at the same time as this?
I don't know.
I
They have
think-
like three.
Can we not, please? Thank you.
They have like three of these cons now. I think they have one for each Kalahari.
Oh, okay.
This is one in Wisconsin as
Fair
well.
enough.
and I think
Only
this
reason I knew DreamCon was going on is because there was a lot of like,
is that DreamCon is in like Minecraft's Dream.
no, different kind of. Well, I guess it technically could be. I don't know. I know it was big enough to have like voice actors from like the Boondocks there, and a
damn.
ton of like big TikTok creators and shit were showing up at DreamCon.
I think Colossal Con's got some pretty big pull usually as well. I know that Mika Burton's gone to some of them.
Right.
Uh,
Like literally, the voices of Uncle Ruckus and Stink Meter were at DreamCon.
nice.
But yeah, no, hell yeah.
Sweet.
That is. Do you ever go to Youmacon?
No, I should.
I was like, I'm kind of shocked you don't.
It's close by. It's in Chicago.
Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, I should go.
Actually, no, JFAX, I think, did something. No, did Youmacon? No, I think Youmacon is still Detroit. I think JFAX recently started getting in DeVos Place.
Yeah.
Like finally got big enough that it was doing stuff down at DeVos Hall.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that sounded like it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to JFX real early on when they were just at Grand Valley.
Yep, that was
I
the
haven't been
first and
back
last time I
since.
went there.
Yeah.
See, I lived through you for like all of these like cool like cons and like vacations you go
Which
through.
is weird because I feel like you would love the con experience.
I've been to the few times that Comic-Con's
Right.
been here. I think there's GDC is not necessarily con, but
Yeah.
it's like
Experience
experiences
a little
were-
bit more corporate, but it's still
It's a
got lot of-
conference, not a convention.
Yeah, but like the few conventions I've been to, I did have a lot of fun. So, I mean, I don't know. There's just so many that happen all the time. It's hard to like.
That's fair.
Figure out which one to hit. But
that's fair.
But no, it's always fun to see all the recaps that you come back with and all the pictures. That's why I always ask for pictures, because I'm like, what cool stuff did you see? So, yeah.
Anything else fun happened while you were down there?
I think that about covers it.
Sick.
We had to talk about that was cool.
You have any idea what you're gonna do next year?
I think we're probably gonna keep this. We might start doing a Lord of the Rings, but I have a feeling it's gonna take more than 1 year to do.
That's fair.
Like a cosplay.
Frodo.
The tall Frodo.
Long Frodo.
Long Frodo, the long way.
The long way.
Frodo, the long way.
And the shortest person in the group is Gandalf.
Be like my friend's bachelor.
I was gonna say,
party,
dude.
where
That basically happened at her bachelorette party.
I had everybody be Pippin. I was long Pippin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We had Thoughty Pippin. We had
Sexy Gandalf.
Thoughty Pippin. We had Ginger Pippin. We had Sexy Gandalf. And then we did a one shot around that. It was very fun.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Well, glad you had fun. Can't wait for next year when we will inevitably hear about the fucking crazy panel of just ranking asses again.
I hope they make a comeback this next
I hope
year.
they make a comeback. I can't wait for
reran it. That guy apparently was running 2 panels that year. So
Really?
Oh.
Oh, I guess everybody enjoyed the asses.
I'm sure there's a very not insignificant port chunk that just.
Don't get me wrong. I love ass. In all its glorious forms, including the drawn version.
Do we need to sit in a room and
I don't
rank
need
it?
to sit in a room with 50 other fucking nerds
to rank them.
To rank it. Because we talked about it. I was like, it'd be a lot more funny if it was like all of them are just S rank.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the ass is just an S rank ass. Because at least that therein is just funny and everyone is just making their TED Talk level speech about why this ass deserves to be S rank. There's all the rankings down to F, but all of them wind up at S.
Mm-hmm.
But
which is right and proper. But then there's just but then you're sitting down there like, all right, this ass is a C, and you're like,
why? Because it is.
But that's an S for me.
Yeah. Your C is my ass.
Right. Right. Oh, well, look forward to that dude coming back next year with that specific panel.
Yeah, I think I should be in line for some more PTO next year. So I might stay a little bit longer because we only went for Saturday, Sunday.
How long they usually
and it
go?
goes Wednesday. This is 28th of the first. It goes Wednesday evening through Sunday. So
okay.
Nice. It's not too bad. I mean, given you were just there for essentially the 2 days, right? Do you feel like there's more you could have explored in that time, or
more socially?
Socially.
Socially.
Okay.
Like if I went and I tried to make friends and hang out with people at the convention, there's more that I could do in terms of that. Because it's easier to develop those relationships, spend more time with people across the con. In terms of events and panels and stuff, I think if you just go for the 2 days, it's good.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Fair enough. Well,
Nice.
shit. I guess we'll be looking forward to more of that next year then. Let's take one more break and then we'll hop through the announcements and the final bits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Be right back.
Are apparently purchasing footlong sandwiches and eating the entire 12 inches by themselves. A spokesperson for the company addressed reporters this morning.
This is not how our products are intended to be consumed. Our footlong subs have always been meant to be shared among 2 or more friends. Eating
All right. So other than the fact that that's clearly, I didn't listen to the audio of this. I just kind of read the thing and saw it. Other than the fact that this is clearly satirical. That person is reading off a script in a very bad way.
Since when?
Customers are apparently purchasing footlong sandwiches and eating the entire 12 inches by themselves. A spokesperson for the company addressed reporters
listen to this
this
dude
morning.
talk.
This is not how our products are intended to be consumed. Our footlong subs have always been meant to be shared among
That
2 or
sounds
more
like what's his face from the whitest kids you know who died because of drugs.
Oh, well, sad now.
Yeah.
Oh, but ignoring that this is more than likely satire, I don't believe this for a fucking second.
Oh no.
No, I don't believe this is a real headline. Like, this is not a real news share thing. Because also, there's no branding.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Modern Renaissance Man is.
I love the breaking news channel.
Right. I'm assuming the Modern Renaissance Man. I don't know what the fuck this is then.
It could just be a meme.
Right. I think it's just like a meme share.
Meme page.
But whatever this is, I think this is just satire and parody. But taking it off face value, someone says, which wraps up real quick with my thoughts.
Guess who it came from?
Who?
The Onion.
Nice. Thought so. Thought so. So it says, so why doesn't their foot-long combo come with 2 drinks and 2 bags of chips then?
Right.
It's like, but I think the funny part about this, when I first saw you share this, when I was still assuming it was real, I looked at it, I was like, did we forget they had a whole campaign about, actually, I guess it was specifically to you going like, you said,
yeah,
Subway has a, what did you say?
Disavowing Big Backs.
Subway disavowing Big Backs. It's like, you remember they had a whole campaign about how healthy their sandwiches are, right? Like, their whole thing has been about being a healthy fast food alternative. Lying pieces of shit. The motherfuckers, them goddamn sandwiches are just as, if not more, unhealthy than like any other fast food you get.
There's not enough on a foot long to like fill me up, dude. Like, come on.
I got
I got 2 other holes. You know,
I got real sensual out of nowhere.
I got like 2-3 other holes, bro.
Right.
Like,
yeah, no. I should have listened to this with audio the first time I watched it, because like hearing it back now, I was like, man, Onion, get some better actors. The lady, she sounded great.
Yeah, no.
The dude being the CEO sounds horrid.
Scripted.
Horribly
That did
scripted.
not sound like.
I do love
That doesn't sound like a horrified CEO.
I can't remember his name, so what was their spokesperson?
Oh, Jared.
That
from
doesn't
Subway.
sound like Jared.
The
This
dude
can't
who
be real.
The dude who got caught diddling children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Subway had to drop him so fast.
Oh, they had to drop him fucking hard. Oh man, I forgot about Jared.
Do you know who I am?
Do you
know who I am?
That's like
I'm Jared from Subway.
that's half of what I remember of Subway is just him standing there with holding up his jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
his
look at
whole-
all the weight I lost by eating Subway. Ignore like the strict diet and regimen.
Asterisk. No dressing. No
Right.
bread. No,
Right.
no meat.
Actually, I didn't eat the Subway sandwiches. I just held up a Subway
I
sandwich.
just went into Subway and I breathed in the air.
Yeah.
And I absorbed the spare calories.
and that was
were
enough
floating.
calories to get me through the day.
I had their free what is it?
Free water.
Free smells. Yeah.
That's Jimmy John's.
And, and the marketing team put me on an exercise program. And
Yep, right? Like, also, I did Ozempic the whole time. Like, it's like, yeah, sure, it will Subway.
Ooh, new drug for like muscle gain and weight loss just hit the hit tier 2 trials.
Oh, really?
Just started doing human trials. I only know because Mike is Rafael. I'm always gonna say his last name wrong. But he did a whole video on a breakdown of one of the studies they did with it, and the preliminary results are looking very promising. So it's gonna like help you build muscle on, if not just as good as, if not better than steroids with none of the side effects, and also help you lose weight.
New doping meta dropping soon. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
or is it?
I mean, it might not pass human trials, but
Who
maybe.
knows? RFK Jr. won't let it pass.
So
It's not natural.
if it's like steroids with none of the downsides, I could just become a giant meat wall freak without any
You can become Jack
ramifications.
Pretty much,
from,
well, yeah,
Baki.
because the whole thing is there are two
gotta
processes that
watch
are
Baki.
that our muscles do.
Have you watched Baki?
One is
Nope. We got to.
myostatin,
Really?
and another
It's the
one
dumbest
is
shit
another
you've
one I
fucking
forget
seen, and it
about.
looks
It's like the
so
A
good.
something. But basically, both of these pathways
We gotta watch
block
Baki.
muscle
We have to
development or
watch Baki.
control muscle development, so you don't like devote too many calories to it. You don't like get like swell up. It's like the same way that we have certain processes in our bodies that like look for unhealthy cells like cancer. It's just part of like our bones eat themselves from the inside out for your whole life. Like
Yeah.
there are just processes in our bodies you're like, what? But it's just part of how we we be. Otherwise it would get too heavy. Anyways, but it like so it keeps our
Heart
muscles from developing as strong. So like and as quickly or as naturally. And so like these two things they inhibit it. And so unlike steroids, which just take everything and make it like more, which results in a lot of these like more masculinized, I've heard it put. I'm not sure if that's actually like how it works in a medical sense, but like more testosterone, more, so it makes you more aggressive, shrinks your testicles, it makes you lose hair, all this kind of like nasty shit.
Testosterone shrinks your testicles?
I don't think the increased testosterone is resulting in the increased
it does shrink memories though.
Testicles, but there are a myriad of side effects. Some happen more for other people than others, but they suck.
I have heard that's like the cliche.
Yeah, just steroids make your dick small.
Yeah.
Bowel small.
I think like they atrophy them and then it takes time for them to recover. Anyways, it sucks. They suck, but they should have none of those side effects. Anyway, fun science thing I found out about today. Corner with Dom. What's on the screen?
Sick.
Black.
Speaking of shrinking testicles, Stranger Things season 5 happening?
Yeah.
Don't question it. Just
Yeah.
I'm not going to acknowledge
it's
that.
a lot easier just to
I
not.
think about that night all the time.
So, firstly, have y'all
Nope.
watched any of Stranger
I
Things?
haven't
I
watched
have not.
season 4,
I've seen 1 and 2.
but I've seen 1 through 3, I believe.
I have always had a passing curiosity to watch it. I've just never sat down to do
I
so.
really enjoyed the first 2 seasons when I watched them, but it's been a couple of years now. I'm curious how I would feel about them now.
It's from what I remember, it's pretty good. Season 3 and 4, I guess, kind of drop a little bit, but overall, it's still a pretty interesting story, honestly.
I didn't think they were going to do a season 5.
They ended on a cliffhanger essentially after season 4 that heavily hinted that a season 5 would be made. But the problem is that was a long time ago. So
Yeah, and the kids are not kids anymore.
yeah, so
Millie Bobby
Is
Brown got whole ass married.
Like full ass wife now.
yes. So with that in mind, because there is a whole talking
I
point to
think
this. This
about
isn't
that
just me
night
like saying, "Oh yay, season 5" or whatever. Like there's a whole point.
the night it came for you.
This is like season 2 stuff.
The night
I'm assuming that they're hopping and skipping through the seasons.
all of this started.
Everything changed. We failed. But we need to be ready.
But put his whole pussy into that screen. Jesus Christ.
So
All right, I'm hyped.
It's the
Am I
final
okay?
season, so this is the finale. What
Yeah.
kind of a fucking dick move is it to release the finale on New Year's Eve?
I think they're trying to do like a Twin Peaks thing. I think they're trying to make it a phenomenon.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
they're trying to make it hype. And
I
honestly,
hope that works out for them because that seems like a weird
the people who have been waiting for this are probably going to be happy about.
My thing is, I wonder how many people are going to be watching on New Year's Eve, because
exactly that's my thing, right? Like you're gonna make your whole thing about it dropping on New Year's, not even New Year's Day, right? Where people are gonna be like chilling out and being at home. You're dropping it on New Year's Eve,
right?
But New Year's Eve is also like New Year's Day is when people are hungover at home, they're not together. Like New Year's Eve, people are going to be gathering and be congregating. Because I wonder how effective this is going to be. Because somebody
that's fair if they play it right. They play it interestingly.
Those are all times when people are gathering with their families to do stuff. So if families are excited for this and they put it on those days,
I mean, you say people gathering with families, like people are doing whole ass parties on New Year's Eve,
yeah.
you know, like
because Christmas, I didn't really realize this, but Christmas is a massive movie time. Right.
True.
People watch movies or go out, like Christmas releases for movies go out and get like mass because nobody's working. People are after you open your presents, people are bored all day, and so they'll go to the movies. And so it's either going to be crazy or people aren't going to give a shit.
Fair enough. You know what?
And
Fair
it might
enough.
be a combination of the two. I really don't know. But for me, I don't think if I didn't have people in my life who were hype about it, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? But if somebody who I know really wants to like do a New Year's party where we watch that, I'll be there. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So
back when like the first few seasons were dropping, my sister got me on the show a little bit because I don't normally watch a whole bunch of like Netflix shows or Hulu shows or anything unless it's like everybody's talking about it or my sister recommends something or whatnot.
Legit, the last thing I chose to watch was fucking the Tiger King. Like
I
that
see.
was
I haven't
like,
watched that.
dog, there ain't no way.
It's so crazy.
Carol Baskins did nothing wrong.
I've heard a lot of that.
Did we find her husband?
No, that bitch is dead. She fucking killed him.
No, I'm pretty sure we found out what happened to him.
I don't think we did. I don't think we ever hear about her husband after well, maybe we did, because didn't she get her own show?
Thought she did, yeah.
I think she got her own show. I stopped caring about it after that. The meme was over.
Fair. But
anywho,
Izzy, you mentioned something though. You said that a few of those clips you remember from like season 1, season 2, or whatever. Yeah, pretty much the entire trailer are just previous seasons, right? Which if they're building hype for the this and this one, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
But when I first saw this, I was like, okay, is this a fan made thing? Because like usually fan made shit for like hype for the next season is always showing clips of the previous season, right? In some kind of hype new edit way. So I had to do like a couple double takes to be like, is this a legit thing or not? And yeah, they just clipped together a whole bunch of previous scenes from previous season, which okay. And the last 10 seconds are like
new stuff. But
even in that, you can see like the actors are pretty grown. Now, I like this actor right here looks entirely different. Like from his kid version.
From
so
his
I'm
like fish-eyed, gangly hair, like
I want you to read that AI overview, and then I want you to read the first and people also asked.
So, because it's like, I'm wondering, at first I was like, okay, everything seems... Okay, now I need to know.
Okay, so he looked up if Carol Baskin's husband is alive, and he showed me the Google AI overview was like, yes, he's alive and well in Costa Rica. So says Carol Baskins, which I was gonna just call you on, and then I clicked the first one. People also asked the other searches, is he actually alive? And the first answer is like, no. There's no credible source this man was found in Costa Rica. The person who's alleged to have killed him says he's alive in Costa Rica.
Bruh.
Like, I will 100% admit, I don't give a fuck about Carol Baskins or her husband. I don't know how much of that is actually real or sensationalized for TV.
I'm looking
it's
at
all for beams, but
I'm looking at the New York Post was reporting about an interview. You're right.
She did an interview in 2021 where she claims that he's in Costa Rica. But
I'm
like,
so
anyone else
fucking
corroborate that? No.
Cap.
It's like you're the prime suspect doesn't get to say the victim's actually alive. Unfortunately, that's just not how that works.
Me off. You know what, Carol Baskins, I hope you rot in hell. I was on your side, but no, I'm not.
Now that there's no concrete proof your husband's alive, we're against you now.
No, not that you lied about it. You should just owned it. But like, I don't know where he is.
Shit, I don't know, bro.
I mean, sometimes bad things happen to bad people.
It is what it is.
Anyway, what were y'all talking about?
Well, mainly just like how old the actors are probably now. Like these clips, I'm like, okay, that maybe not too grown,
look.
but then some of them you're like, oh, wait a minute.
See,
like,
now,
Dog, if they make them older, then it's fine. If they
Yeah.
try to pretend like they're children, then it sucks.
and
like
that's the
sometimes.
problem. Because if this takes place literally
keep-
right after the end of season 4, there will be questions. But if they say like, okay, time skip, then it's like, okay, cool, we get it. But are they going to do a time skip thing?
right? Like this version. So Millie Bobby Brown is like fucking 22, 23 now, right?
Yeah.
She still looks young. Look, she could reprise this era of 11. Finn Wolfhard, I believe he still looks. Actually, I haven't seen Finn Wolfhard in a minute.
If the end clip towards the end is what
There ain't no way he was born with the last name Wolfhard.
Wolfhard. Oh, this was not the one I was expecting to, but he was on a
was that not the character you were talking about?
He really did.
it wasn't the character I was thinking of, but he did a Game Grumps feature. He was on
Really?
Guest Grumps, yeah.
Wasn't he in like a Starbomb music video or something?
He was Danny in Danny Don't You Know.
Yeah.
He played young Danny.
What's he been doing?
So he does look old as shit now. He was in It. I don't know what Hell of a Summer is. He was in the Ghostbusters Afterlife.
So most of his credits are from like 2020s. 2020. What if we go to his IMDb? When we get?
But like they could also do some things to de-age them, right? In shows and movies
Gatton
and whatnot.
Matarazzo was the one I was thinking of. Why is IMDb like not the first thing on the fucking list? He's got that Timothy Chalamet.
He does the cheekbone, the shallow sunken.
Yeah, that man has a cult following of women around him.
Fuck is Legend of Ochi?
I have no idea. Like,
You know, I hope it is like a cool,
well, it has a
meaningful project.
5.9. So
Was it 5.9?
in a remote village, out of 10, on a remote village island of Carpathia, a shy girl is raised to fear an elusive animal species known as Ochi. But when she discovers a wounded baby Ochi and has been left behind, she escapes on a quest to bring him home.
Okay, this looks like a
Gremlins?
Like a
Yeah.
Gremlins, like a.
Yeah, that looks straight up like a Gremlins creature.
It's practical effects. That looks really cool, actually, dude. When did this come out?
2000. Is it even out yet? It says 2025.
I mean, it's got a rating, so
Oh, it's on Prime. That's probably why it's Prime Video.
So it looks like it's pretty mid.
Yeah,
It's like it's okay.
that's okay.
Probably a show of like anybody. Anyway, I didn't know what we're talking about.
But yeah, it we'll see what happens, I guess. But I don't know. It's just interesting. Everybody was wondering what they're gonna do because year after year, everybody was like, okay, they're not dropping it this year. They're not dropping it this year. They're getting older. They're doing things. They're getting married. Like,
God,
come on, Netflix,
so
like,
gorgeous.
drop it.
Who?
Natalia Dreyer.
Fuck off. She's 30. Jesus fuck. But yeah. Yeah, no, we're finally getting it. So do you think so I guess is that the question then for everybody? Is that they're gonna be a continuation from the end of season 4? Or do you think there's gonna be a time skip?
Was the cliffhanger imminent? Did they make it seem imminent?
It looks like it was literally like spoilers. Literally, the Upside Down was starting to infiltrate the real world. Like cracks in the ground, they're overlooking like the city or whatever, and shit is just starting to smoke up and open up to hell. So I'm like, if they do a time skip, we're gonna need a damn good explanation why there's a time skip.
So you're saying they
Like
fucked
that.
themselves? That okay.
It's gonna be
That was
real
the
hard.
last
It's gonna be
scene.
real hard to time skip that unless you pull some like you start off with the world is now gone to shit and you're in the freedom fighters type stuff, which is in the post Last of Us what's the zombie movie?
Which one?
The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Like post The Walking Dead, post The Last of Us. Like there's been so many stories now of like you start off in the post-apocalypse and you learn about all the things that happened before the apocalypse, that it wouldn't be that hard for them to do if they absolutely had to.
But that's the thing, though, because if you were to go that route, you would still be showing flashbacks of them when they were like in their younger selves or looking a little younger.
But it's a lot shorter, and you can use CGI for that.
It's gonna be some AI shit.
Yes. But that would just be annoying as shit.
Yeah, it would be. You're
Deep
right.
faking.
Yeah, just
AI.
deep fake. Like the shows do that all the fucking time now. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's plenty of shows.
But it's like, do those shows have it where like the last season was like 10
you're right.
years ago?
You're right.
You know,
Like some kind of, sort of, yes, some not so much. But I've never seen it used in like this scale. But yeah, I guess that's the question. I have literally zero experience with Stranger Things. I couldn't even begin to tell you what the story was about with Stranger Things. Like, I don't know. I know 11 has weird ass psycho powers, and I've heard of the Upside Down, and I've heard of Demigorgons.
I think you would enjoy it.
I probably would. I just haven't sat down and watched it. This is literally a situation of like Netflix is just not the first thing on my mind when I think of the new things to watch.
yeah,
Like,
it isn't for me either, honestly. But
Let's see. The real question is whether or not I can get access to Netflix. Because I'm not buying.
I'm not paying for Netflix.
I'm not paying for
again.
Netflix.
Yeah.
We can probably watch seasons 1 through 4 pretty easily. That's not the hard part.
Rent it from the library.
Yeah, exactly. The library known as the internet. But yeah, like it's been a curiosity for a very long time for me. I've just never gotten around to doing it, so maybe I will.
I also thought the nostalgia bait accusations were very interesting because I have no nostalgia for anything in Stranger Things,
Right?
and I still deeply enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, because they do the D&D scene. There's a lot of 80s retro stuff that goes on in
You're
there.
talking about like just the series in general? Nostalgia baiting, or
Yeah, well, it was a pretty
like the
pretty
book
consistent
series.
criticism levied at Stranger Things.
takes place in like
It's
the
really
80s.
it's less nostalgia bait and it's more just nerd bait.
Well,
Anything.
I don't know. I think the nerd shit is not really that intense either. I think it's just well done. But I think when I look at like examples of people who like are pulling out the nostalgia, I think there actually are definitely doing that. It's just I think that the series is strong enough that it stands on its own despite that.
Curious, when people say nostalgia bait, are you certain that they're saying it in a negative context?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've never seen like complaints about its use of nerd and nostalgia
really
in 80s. Like, but I don't follow fandoms like that, so I've no fucking frame of reference. But I like
wish-
a little bit of cultural osmosis I've gotten about Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I've never seen like major complaints about anything like that. So I don't know.
It's the one complaint that I've really seen.
Mhm.
Right. Because I don't think there's a lot you can throw at it otherwise, unless you're going to be like elitist about like shit. But even then, I think that's pretty bullshit. But like when
But
you
like I'll say,
talk about like mall, like
these mall scenes,
yeah,
if nothing else drew me to this, just the aesthetic of this shot right here, aesthetically,
it's fucking sick, dude.
yeah,
fucking is my shit. I love neon shit like this.
yeah.
Like this 100% is up my fucking alley.
The use of like colors and lighting alone, the intro music, the way that they shoot the intro and the way things like come in, it gives me chills every time.
It's cool.
It's so good. The do 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 do.
I love that theme song. Yeah.
It's good.
Just the small.
Yeah. Like you don't like there. I don't need to be sold on Stranger Things. I just need to be forced to sit down and watch
you
it.
need the time to
Like
that's fair.
It's literally, I don't think it like, because I spend so much of my time on YouTube and then the few times I'm around you guys, we're usually catching up on some anime. I'm just not a
There's just so
Netflix
much
binge
content
watcher.
out there.
That's fair.
There's just like I have my chosen niches that I visit on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Netflix was never one of those. And so there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, man, that does sound, I really want to watch Breaking Bad at some point.
I haven't seen that either yet.
haven't seen
There's
that
a
either.
few shows on Netflix that I'm like, man, that sounds really interesting.
Wonder if we
That's
could
going to
get
get
some
added
stuff.
to a list that's never going to get got to anytime soon.
Wonder if we could get some stuff going in the theater for it.
We super could easily.
Oh yeah, true.
Theater's a private Discord that we got going.
Mhm.
Not when I say private, I mean like legit, just like friends of ours from college. We'll sit down and watch stuff with. We could, if one of these days we're going to get our actual Kingz After Dark Discord open
Yes.
to the public.
Yes. I started doing things and then I stopped doing the things, but I'm anticipating getting back to that because as we're currently working on getting back into streaming and doing our own things, we're definitely going to be making sure that is a place where we can get our communities involved. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, remind me after this actually to tell y'all about what we're using for watching shit. So
sick.
But
so,
yeah,
Stranger Things. Look forward to that. The first volume 1 is dropping the day before. Well, no. What is the 26th?
I was gonna say I don't
'cause
remember those release times.
It said the 26th of November, and it's really close to Thanksgiving, but not necessarily Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is always the Thursday, which will be the day before Thanksgiving. Volume 1 will drop this year. So
crazy.
That's all to be good, and it's the final season, the finale to Stranger Things. So see how this go. Yeah. Everybody's mostly just curious about it seems like the general thing right now is just like, man, it's been a long time. We'll see where this goes. Speaking of, it's been a long time seeing where things go. We have
the Chopper CGI reveal for the One Piece live action. Everybody was like, what is he gonna look like, bro?
What is he gonna look like?
How are they gonna do him?
How are we gonna
fuck it up?
How are we gonna get Sonic movie first iteration Chopper? I can't wait.
And I have thoughts. I have thoughts.
I've seen some screenshots. Hit the plate.
All right.
Chopper, you're hiding the wrong way. We can all see you. Chopper, come out!
Hi, Tadoom. My name is Tony Chopper, and I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but... Oh, I'm supposed to tell you about One Piece Season 2. Help! Someone call a doctor! Oh, wait. I am a doctor.
Come on, Chopper.
He did
you
the
can do
thing.
it.
Oh, okay. One Piece Season 2 is coming in 2026, and you'll get to meet new friends and foes, and me.
You did it, Chopper! Everyone, give him a hand!
Wait, is it over? Shut up! I don't need your clapping, you jerks. I mean it!
They knew.
Yeah. So, firstly, like this was announced at like Netflix's Tudum thing.
Tudum?
Is
That's what
that really what the fuck they call it?
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's Tudum.
Yeah.
They really made a
they had the fucking audacity to call it
out of
Tudum.
their goddamn jingle, whatever.
Yeah, literally. And so this was like out of context. Well, in context, I guess this was like shown live at the event, which is why you hear like the audience clapping and everything at the end. This was like the actors were on the stage, they were talking about it, and this was just playing behind them.
Okay.
So, which is why there's that weird kind of awkward, like, you know, long period of time we're just watching Chopper like react to things. Just because they're showing this live in person.
It's a lot of hubris to just assume the reaction of like a 45-second sequence.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it worked out for him.
When I watched it in that context, it made a lot more sense. But that was what's up with that. But yeah, initial reaction, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay, visually,
Look at
that is as adorable as Chopper needs to be.
And that's where I was like, okay, he's cute. He's
Right.
cute. And it's a little bit of the old like pre-time skip mixed with the post-time skip a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I see what they're going for.
I desperately want a plush of this Chopper right now. Not as much as I want Baby Geezer Chopper, but like this, I would love a plush of this. It's very Paddington. What were you about to say, Izzy?
It's kind of a nitpick, but watch his eyebrow hair clip through the hat. He
does it?
Emotes.
Oh, it super does.
Super does. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, thanks, Izzy. Yeah, it does just like move through the hat. The hat has no fluidity to it. But
you know, I think that overall, in terms of like the shape, I think it's very good. I think it's all spot on. I wish the rig was a little more expressive.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping this was put together. This is just kind of what you get when you put something together for a event like this. I hope we get something better in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's the grace I'll give them right now.
And that's also where I kind of ended up at the end. I'm like, okay, he's cute, right? At least he's not abomination, right? So they got that going for him, and a lot more people I've seen have talked about him being cute. It's like, oh, adorable. Paddington has been a lot of the comments, and it's like, okay, as long as the reception is mostly positive, that's good.
Yeah,
we want people to enjoy and want them to be excited for this character, very in particular, because this isn't his only form.
Right.
That was the other thing I was thinking about, because I was like, okay, they did a pretty all right job with this form, right? Some people are like weirded out a little bit. Most people like it. What does he look like in his
humanoid form, his fighting form,
guard point, fight point, or whatever point that is? But like he has like 3 or 4 different forms. Monster point, which is probably going to be kind of cool. Actually, I'm kind of looking forward to that one in this medium, in this like live action esque version of him. But like every other form, are they gonna do it? I'm very curious.
Someone needs to do it.
Most people were talking about his voice though, and I think that's where a lot of people had a problem, more so than what he looks like.
Yeah, I thought I was a little bit thrown by his voice because that's not the voice of Chopper. But you got a new actor. It's very English. Like it's acceptable.
I'll say for me, it's less the voice and more the voice direction.
Oh yeah,
like the voice to me was, it's not the Chopper I'm used to, but I'm used to watching One Piece in Japanese anyway. But it's like as far as like voice goes, it's like that's what I expect for Chopper. But it's the way they're speaking is almost coming off as much more babyish, and maybe that's true for Chopper in early One Piece. I don't know. But to me, it's like, I don't know how much of this Chopper I could stand dealing with in a sitting.
It's an actual child.
And
actual child Chopper.
Right. And I mean, I don't know. I think that's where we're going to have to figure out and see like how he's going to interact with the rest of the crew, right? Because it's like if you're looking at the crew just from a visual standpoint, he does seem like the child of the group. And his voice gives off that, pure, kind of naive, feel to it. So maybe they were drawing more for that in this, with this version of One Piece. And that's what I have to keep telling myself, that this is just a different version of the franchise. Right. And I'm trying to separate it from all the other versions of One Piece that I know, because already the main cast has a lot of differences to the actual anime, the manga, everything. So as that stands, as far as that goes, I think this is great.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who haven't watched the anime or read the manga will probably take to this a lot better than they would a more animated version that's super over the top like Chopper is in the anime. So I'm like, you know what, this is fine.
I think I definitively don't like about this is I feel like the eyes are too eye.
Yeah.
Too much eye, like it's too teddy bearish.
Yeah, I think they're too close. I don't know, actually. Can you just look up what a deer's eye looks like for me?
Well, actually, I was going to say, if you look up side by side this version of Chopper versus regular, or not regular, versus like anime Chopper. But yeah, to Fluff's point, I think MJ also mentioned something about the eyes too, how it was kind of throwing her off a little bit. And I started to see it too after she said that.
Yeah.
But
because this is what I think. It's too close to an actual deer's eyes, and a lot less close to like to a human or like something that you would like look at and like recognize. The eyes are very animal.
Yeah,
it makes them feel almost like a little bit like demonic, I want to say, or like the actual
Uncanny
Chopper
Valley
eye, is pretty large and black. But it hits in I don't know.
I think we're seeing the unfortunate part of seeing something that started as a live action version of something that's incredibly stylized, and then adding in something that is in and of itself already not real. And so how do you blend the live action, like the things you can get away with Luffy and Sanji and I almost said Naomi, Nami, like you can get away with that because it's like, okay, these are real humans versus the anime characters we've been watching. Chopper's gonna muddy that fucking water almost immediately, right? Because now it's like, well, this is not a real deer. Clearly, you can't put a human, like there's no such thing as a humanoid deer. So now you have this thing where the suspension of disbelief you're able to give to the human characters is not going to be as easily given to this thing.
Because he's in the live action, they're like trying to replicate the teeth thing, but his teeth are so small,
right?
Like the mouth isn't.
Yeah,
like because that would be freaky if they put giant.
One thing I will say, I think it's faithful.
It is.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
It's hard too, because it's like another thing is like, how else could they have done it and made it, work without it being too much in either direction, too realistic or too anime-esque?
I don't think I have any good suggestions. I just know that the eyes feel a little off to me.
Yeah,
which I think was just the necessary risk of doing something like One Piece in a live action format.
Yeah,
like now, that's just I won't say necessary, but a very unfortunate risk.
Now, one other thing, maybe one of the last things that kind of scares me is if you look, and maybe this is just a prop and not representative of how big he's going to be.
Oh.
But if you look up, I don't know what you need to type to find this. One Piece live action Luffy chopper hat.
Rule 34.
Sorry. Look
That's
up
some pretty good stuff.
Luffy chopper hat live action One Piece. And then look in the images.
And then turn off safe browsing.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That's a big head.
I'm going to assume he's not this character's not meant to be that big. I'm assuming that's just because the hat is big on Chopper's head. It looks big on Chopper's head. It should be a prop of it should be big. That's me giving a lot of benefit of the doubt to something I don't understand. So,
like,
who knows?
The exact context of that image is
right. Like, I don't know. This is me speculating, but like, is that how big his head is? Maybe it is, and it's not going to be as
that he's
bad.
going to be that big in reference to the other characters? Because I find that highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as his head specifically, right?
I see what you're saying. So, like, you're worried about the proportions of his head are going to be...
Yes.
I think, like someone pointed out, that might be more for you start getting the heavy point and monster point, and for the different...
I can
different
believe.
types of chopper. I don't think we're... I have enough faith in them after season 1 going into season 2 that I highly doubt they'll make that weird of a change.
Also, the X is pinned on that. That's an in process of being produced hat. Like, that's not a completed prop. And even if this was just something that they were using in like the process of mocap, like captures for which to my knowledge is not part of like production process, but even if it was, like, then that would be something for a human that's then scaled down on CGI. Like there are so many ways that this could go. But yeah. I'm not. I see what you're saying, but I'm not particularly.
Let's say like sound off if you really want to speculate, but I don't find that worth worrying about. I don't think I would worry about it in that way if I was more knowledgeable on this.
Fair enough.
So,
but yeah, no, Chopper. Honestly, it took me like a night's rest and then a few more videos and rewatches of the announcement, and then a little bit of Joe's comment on it.
I saw him talk about it. I did not read the full comment on it. If you remember the main gist of it,
he said he was essentially excited. He's hyped, which I'm also hyped.
Yeah,
but it took me a day or two to
sort out your feelings.
Yeah, about Chopper and his look in this. And you know what? I am excited. I'm happy. He looks cute. That was the goal. And if he looked anything different and it was bad, everybody would be saying it. Like, it would be every comment.
Right.
So the fact that that's not the case means that they did a good. So, and it seems like they're hitting like the fun bits of his personality and character too a little bit there, which, you know, is also going to be interesting to see how they kind of play that out.
Yeah.
When the season actually drops. But like I said, he's a huge character in the series. So the fact that they didn't do a bad with it is good. It's another good thing that the One Piece live action did that makes it, at the very least, very watchable and a fun time.
Yeah.
So,
and he's gonna be a fan favorite.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Whether you are familiar with One Piece or not, and this is your first, he's the fan favorite character now. Mm-hmm. He's the merchandise character. So he nailed it on the front, so he needed to nail it on. So
yep.
Hell yeah.
So good job.
Good job to you.
Good job, One Piece live action. Good job, Netflix. You're doing pretty good so far. We'll see how the season turns out.
Live action One Piece is one of the other few reasons I would be wanting to watch anything on Netflix right now. So that's maybe sometime in the future. We'll see.
One day.
Last thing. It said 2026. It was supposed to be the end of this year, 2025.
But then Stranger Things was like, no.
Yeah.
That's our time now.
I guess so.
Which, like, legitimately, I say that as a joke, but that's possibly what's probably going on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is like, okay,
they want
they're
people
coming
talking
back
about Netflix stuff for longer.
Yeah. It's you really don't want to step on those toes, and honestly, you don't want to be in the position of finding out that you're just not as big as Stranger Things season 5. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, they are both on Netflix, so
they are.
But I think Stranger Things was like, I wouldn't say a launch title for Netflix, not at all, but like the streaming platform, like.
I think it's probably the biggest series that they've had.
I would imagine.
I think it is their number one
career. Like,
I think it is their number one. If you look up like biggest shows on, like, it's their number one.
I'd say it deserves to be. It's very good.
It's very fucking good. Speaking of big things, I don't remember. I don't remember why I even shared this video in the first place. This was an early. People were getting Switch 2s early. So there's a few things we found out actually.
Like people were pre-ordering them and getting them?
No, people were receiving Switch 2s, and it's not entirely certain where they were receiving them from. Obviously, we know that a lot of stores were getting their stock in. Because this happened within the last week, right? So like stores are already receiving their stock. So it's heavily implied that people around the world have been like nicking a Switch 2 here and there. So this was just a video by Austin John Plays where he was showing some of the footage, and a lot of it is blurred because Nintendo ninjas have been absolutely on that shit. Like they've not been letting that shit slide.
Move over, FBI. Here comes Nintendo.
Yeah. So it is, as far as this video goes, there's not really a lot to talk about on that front. Like it's a Switch 2 and it has all the stuff in it. It has the Joy-Cons and the console itself.
Can't use it yet. But
can't use it yet, and that's the interesting part to talk about. Is what we do know now is even if you got a Switch 2 early somehow, whether it's through merchant clerical error or criminal activity, you can't do anything with it because the Switch 2 will require a day one patch after you buy it to actually make it functional.
Interesting.
As of right now, I think you can.
They're just bricks.
I don't know if it fully bricks or just there's like nothing on the home screen you can actually interact with. I forget. I don't know exactly how it's bricked, but it is essentially just unusable until the day one patch is downloaded. So the first thing you have to do is connect it to the internet before you can really do anything with it. A divisive decision to say the least.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think so. He's talking about it right now. I think it's not going to be that big of a problem for a lot of people, at least the day oneers. Because more than likely, if you're buying a fucking Switch day one, you probably have internet. There's no way you don't. But on principle, I've been seeing this weird thing go around, and I don't want yet another week of me defending corporations, but I was seeing this thing going around of people going like, oh, this really worries me because it means they can just like remotely brick your system. And I was like,
yeah, they could always do that with
they've been able to do that since downloadable patches have been a thing. What are we talking about? Like, why are we worried about it? I get it being a worry. I just don't know why it's a worry now.
I just think that honestly, I see what you're saying. I saw it and I was just kind of like, yep, that's just how things are right now. And I think it's more about people becoming actually aware and confronted by just how pervasive. Because there's one thing to be like, have somebody on the street be like, kid, you don't understand. They could break your system at any time. And then you have your Switch for 15 years and it never happens. Versus buying a product, having it arrive and not be able to use it because the company, you realize just how much control the company actually has.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Like, and that's a fair point. It's really more about people just now. But to that same point, I was like, I think you're like 15 years too late to this realization, man.
Yep.
Like, it's like they've been able to do this for a long time.
I don't like it, but
right.
That's just
but
the
it
reality.
is.
But it is the reality. It's been the reality for a while. I just don't see why now is the time to be worried about it. But
is it going to stop you from buying more?
Nope.
No,
is it something
not.
that we should regulate against? I really think so.
Yeah, probably.
I really think so.
Is it something that's going to get regulated against? We're still working on that.
I think we have bigger fish to fry at the moment.
We have a lot of really big fish to fry, and
fish are frying. Actually,
oh boy, are they! The oil splattering as we speak.
Did I forget to pull that one? Never mind. It'll be later.
It'll be okay. But yeah, so this is we're recording this literally 2 days before the Switch 2 finally arrives. I will be going up to a GameStop tomorrow because apparently GameStops will be having a late pre-order event going on starting at 3.
The day of?
The day before. So it comes out Thursday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, you could, starting at 3 p.m., you can go into GameStops. I'm assuming it's like any that happen to have supplies to do so, and or while supplies last type deal. But you can go into a GameStop starting at 3 p.m. and you can pre-order a Switch 2. I don't know if it's just the Switch 2 or if you'll be able to do the Mario Kart bundle and all that. I'm still hoping to do the Mario Kart bundle because I've still not seen my email from Nintendo.
Yeah, I haven't even thought to check.
I'm just accepting that I'm not getting that email anytime soon. So I will go in. I'll test my luck and we'll see. But so by next week when we sit down to record, and hopefully, I'm not even going to promise I'm going to have all these episodes ready to go, but I'm going to try to. I got to get caught up on the last like 4 or 5 episodes. But hopefully by this time next week, Nintendo Switch 2 will be officially out, and we'll see if I have one or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. As much as I would really like to have one, as I've been like starting up the YouTube channel and trying to get back into content creation, it'd be really good for me to have one day one. But if not, not going to be the end of my world. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's going to be really big this week. And especially there's going to be a lot of talk about Mario Kart World. I know, starting next week. Then, I forget what else. Is there anything else launching with the Switch other than World?
Donkey Kong's coming out next month.
And it comes out next month. But there's nothing like launching other than Mario Kart, I think. I'm sure there's probably going to be some small shit. Maybe we'll do that fucking, what was it called? Hello Switch 2? What the fuck is that thing called? The
Welcome Tour.
Welcome Tour.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to. I'm just not.
Don't
Actually,
buy it.
Have we got a price for that yet?
Like $10, I think.
Is it $10? Yeah,
I think
fuck
so.
that noise.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But that's going to be a lot of noise for that next week. So look forward to that.
One of these days, I'll probably end up getting it too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I probably won't be getting it till 2026.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, if I get it, you won't really need one. But it'll be in this house.
It's true.
At the very least. Well, yeah, so we'll probably have a lot to talk about that next week. Like that's gonna be dominating the news cycle for a little bit. So yeah, look forward to that. And finally, we're gonna end this bad boy off with a book. Book. And this fucking nerd reads.
I do. I know. How despicable.
So we got the Millennium Mage.
It's really interesting. It's really interesting reading as much as I have recently, because like I'll talk to somebody and they're like, yeah, I like to read. I've read like 5 books last year. And I'm like,
I read like 5 books this week.
I read like 5 books. Yeah. And I'm like, but at the same time, it's not like, I could never do that as a posturing thing.
Right.
Because I'm reading garbage. It's like, oh, you eat food? I ate so much food too. And then you just like see a shot of me like shoveling like with like 2 possums on either side and a raccoon.
Just a fucking crooked
like
photo of Fluffy.
Just like with actual garbage in my hand. Like
well, speaking of that actual garbage,
not this one.
So too late. You already called it garbage.
No.
Millennial Mage, a slice of life progression fantasy. The wilds relentlessly reclaim all things. Humanity shelters within their ever-dying cities. Mages create the only path forward. Tola, is that what that says? Tala?
T-A-L-A.
Tala?
I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's T-A-L-A.
Tralala. Taylor had to fight tooth and nail in the Magic Academy to forge a path to power that was her own. She knows it's her duty to use that power to serve humanity, defending them against the creatures of the untamable wilds. However, she skipped a few steps in her education, like apprenticing to someone who actually knows what they're doing. Now, Tala has to balance learning as fast as she can with paying off the veritable mountain of debt the Magic Academy dropped on her shoulder. Wow. I love that in this fantasy world that capitalism still reigns supreme, baby.
I mean, regardless of the universe, there's still a millennium.
Yeah. Dropped on the shoulder for the opportunity, not to mention staying alive. Even though she should only be a mageling, the world considers her a mage. Bless the stars, she directed most of her magic towards survival. And this was not a part of that's the scheduling stuff. So
yeah, it's one thing I do take issue with in this like synopsis is it makes it seem like when I first read this I was like, okay, interesting, there must be some wacky set of circumstances that forces her to become a mage immediately, when it's very much something that she deliberately did to herself. Which she did it for a very good reason. Like her dad acquired medical debt because he had an addiction, and then in order to compensate for that medical debt, he decided that it was a great idea to indenture his daughter into the profession of being a mage.
He sold it to slavery.
Not too far off. Basically the Mages Guild was like, you have a child that you want to become you have a child, you have debt, well, give us your child and we'll take your debt. Like,
and pass it off to her.
And pass it off to her.
Are you serious?
And so she has her dad's debt and her school debt.
So Okay.
Suffice it to say, she does not talk to her family anymore.
That's fair.
Damn.
At least she hasn't talked to them at all at the point where I'm in the stories.
So they just extorted a child out of her father and didn't even give him the benefit of the reason they took her to begin with.
Oh, well, no, her father extorted his child.
Okay, fair. You're right.
Literally said,
You know, I mean,
but the point was,
both institutions
are extorting this child.
They literally said, add to it, give it to the next person.
Double it, give it to the next person.
You know, like when I first started reading this, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to like this because that hits real close to home.
Your child for your dead. Now we have your child and she has your dead. Jesus fuck.
Yeah,
Terrible.
that's just like, ooh.
Are you nostalgia baiting?
The good old days when American debt was still a thing. The other thing about and I wouldn't say it's capitalism. I mean, capitalism is like a theme there, but it's more just about like debt. It's quite explicitly a mageocracy, and though they don't talk about like the specifics of how
class warfare always reigns supreme.
Yeah, the things work. Like, there's no like specific ideas of like the ruling government, but I'll get a little bit into that later. But the other thing that they have is as an institution, you get your basic training at the academy, and then you learn under a mage. A lot like becoming a doctor or a lawyer. I think it's probably closer to being a lawyer, where a lot of the medical stuff that you learn in like college is genuinely useful. Whereas a lawyer, you learn the absolute minimum, and then they make you take a big test, and then you learn how to be a lawyer at a law firm.
Fair enough.
Right. It's a lot closer to that, where like in the academy, they teach you absolute minimum that you need in order to do magic. And then they,
okay, now go figure out how to be a mage.
Yep, exactly. And so she has this mountain of debt, and normally you're working under a mage, you're not making any money or like very good money. You're learning for a period of years. It could be like 3 years. It could be 5 to 10 years, right? That you're working under a mage before you yourself become a mage. And so she's like, fuck that. And she does some shenanigans in order to be able to keep basically her keystone, which is the key. This is the thing that differentiates somebody who's not a mage from a mage. It basically is like, did you have enough money to get this like thing put on your source of magic that helps you like control and access it? And she keeps it. So she's considered a mage legally. She's considered a mage when she leaves college. And so she's able to get a mage job very quickly. When I first started reading this, it kind of threw me because I had come off of just starting to read Aetherius, and I was turning every page like, when is everything going to go sideways?
When's the ball going to drop?
When's the ball going to drop?
Foot going to drop?
Yeah.
Boot drops? Whatever the fuck.
When's she going to get...
When is the shoe drop?
Yeah,
right.
Like when's she going to get shunted out into the middle of the wilderness to fight for her own and then become like the most powerful, blah, blah, blah. Right. Which never... And it never happened.
You mean the slice of life is a slice of life?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I was wondering, like, because it's a slice of life progression fantasy, which sounds like an oxymoron when you kind of think about it. But that's what it is. It walks that balance really well, right? Where you see they don't make you go through everything every day, but like she wakes up, they walk you through what her breakfast is like, they walk you through what her plans for the day are, they walk you through everything, and it's like it takes its time with what it's doing, right? Not in like a negative way, but in like a way where like you're just kind of following along with Tala as she's like living her life.
Okay.
And I think it's actually one of the series' like primary strengths, is that it likes to take its time with this character, and you get to see what they're doing, and it's slow and meandering in like a very like approachable way. It gets to kind of what I really liked about Azeroth Healer.
Okay.
Right? Where we're in Azeroth Healer, we just kind of follow our main character doing what they want, whatever they want. There's no like big overarching like Destiny. We just kind of follow along with them as they like chase down their goals and like try to grow stronger in the systems that are in this world. And I think that's something that Azeroth Healer does really well. And I think that I would compare this series to that, except in this case, the magic system is way way more interesting.
Oh, okay.
The other strength of Millennial Mage is that instead of like adopting tropes from other stuff, they might be borrowing some tropes from areas that I'm not aware of or fiction I haven't read. But they like to take some concepts like the idea that magic has a tangible cost, right? In order to do magic, most mages have these things called inscriptions put into their bodies, which are basically tattoos of precious metals. Okay. And like as you use magic, those tattoos of precious metals are gradually worn away until you get them refreshed or replaced, and it's pretty expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
But as a mage, you make enough money that it's fairly nominal.
It's an operation cost.
And then there's this other idea that we're presented with. That is the idea of an archon, right? It's very unclear what an archon is, but you have to make this thing called an archon star. And then once you become an archon, you basically get or have a much broader scope of knowledge available to you. But until you become an archon, it's sealed off, right? You just don't get to know.
Okay.
Which is something our main character has a lot of issue with, right? Naturally, is I think anybody would have an issue with if somebody like deciding for you
it's kind of like
what you do,
yeah,
and don't get to know. And I actually just got to the point in the book where they reveal why that is. And we might talk about that in a second, but I want to break down this magic system a little bit more. Like you have this thing called a gate. And so you're using this, so that everything is very, very tangible and expensive, right? Like our person going out and like into the wild and just like getting lost and having to find their way would suck because they would run out of their like magic, so to speak, very quickly. And it gives everything a little bit more like weight to whatever's happening. And it makes things a lot more interesting, especially when you come across things like creatures that just don't need, they just have magic. Right. And so you're like, well, why that? Why do the creatures just get magic? Right? Why? What separates them from human? How could a human get access to that kind of power? What's going on with that? And so it really carries you through the first, I think, like 3 books, I would say, on this. As our main character, you find that she has some like oddities, things like iron. Iron reflects magic, right? It's defensive. So like with a sufficient amount of iron, you can defend against almost all magic. And so she keeps her, so for, instead of having like magic inscriptions in her body dedicated to defense, she like coats her body in like a salve impregnated with iron dust. Right. And so then she has like specific, like on her hands, that's where she does her magic from. But everywhere else is covered in iron, which results in like the magic inside of her body not leaking out and being like contained in her body. So she has a higher magic density than normal, which allows her to progress faster than most people would. And then there's also the fact that like, because of like the debt and the trauma that she went through as a child, she's kind of like really reckless. Like she's a little bit, she's not suicidal, but she's not suicidal. She has a general lack of self-preservation. Yeah, like she just does shit that's dumb, or like she's not like cautious, I should say. I shouldn't, and to a point where like she lacks a little bit of self-awareness about it. And it's one thing that like started to bug me a little bit, but doing some reading, like most people that have kept with the series say that it like gets addressed and it's part of her character development, which I appreciate. That like she has this very glaring flaw. But that's also part of like her strength when it comes to like the progression and fantasy aspect of things. But yeah, no, you see her grow in very tangible ways and also in very like interesting ways, and like the esoteric magic is explained. And the basic reason why the the basic reason why knowledge is sealed off, right, is because mages, or like ancient humans, were basically subservient to magically powerful creatures, right? They didn't have a way to really do magic themselves. And so the best they could do was use some like tree berries that like kept you from like getting hurt.
Okay.
And so that's kind of all they had until one person like split their soul and attached part of their soul to their body and left the other half where it was. Sort of like it's unclear whether this was deliberate or like a fluke. But what resulted from that was they were able to essentially be connected to the afterlife and be like an infinite source of magic that was like pulled from whatever's beyond. And they kind of went crazy because of this, but their children had carried this like sort of like weird soul aspect. This was where this idea of the gate comes from. And they were able to start developing magic. Well, meanwhile, the sort of like magic in this world was starting to wane. Like the natural magic that the world was born with was being used up or whatever. And so now you have this source of infinite magic in the form of these people's souls. So the magically powerful creatures were hunting these humans and farming them in order to essentially take this infinite, they collapse them and create this infinite pools of magic that then replenished the magic of the world.
Interesting.
And so the entire reason why and apparently some of these like magic, these impulses are like ingrained into the human race, or specifically mages, I should say. Because the human race is very diverse. There are people who can use magic. There are people who can't use magic. The people who can use magic are very specifically from this lineage, right, of people with like weird souls. And so the people so in fleeing, they created the city system that we see, and they created it in a lower density magic area so that their protection from like these magic creatures that can't really survive there. And if people try to do the process that creates an archon without really knowing or having the protections, it's very easy to basically undergo this process where you kind of like lose yourself and become this fount of magic.
Because the beasts find you, or
not necessarily the beasts find you, but like, so there's a process that you undergo where like you take your soul and you bind your soul to your body. Right. And when you do this, you have choices about what you can do. And those choices essentially delineate how much of yourself you keep. And how much, so there's a certain like, they imply that they're like, when you create the thing called an Archon star, that there's a certain like binding left over in like the human lineage where that star is a piece of your soul and you can use it to bind other objects or other things. But if that piece takes over where your actual soul is, then you essentially will like have an impulse to wander to the wilds, and you'll essentially turn into one of these founts of magic. And so when in order to become an Archon, you have to permanently bond your soul to your body so that this can never happen. But in this process, you can basically, you are given the choice of what you become. So you can become like this, I think, because our main character makes Archon and Star in like blood. And so they're given this option to essentially become this like blood goddess.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's their Archon Star. I mean, they make it inside of their body, but that's the representation of it.
Yeah.
Right. They're also given options where just like their hair is red. Right. But there's only really one where they stay themselves completely. And so you essentially have to find that version of yourself and then choose to become that. Very similar thing is given when she tries to empower like a soulbound weapon that she has, right? She takes like monster parts, and there's a process to strengthen that given like the stuff that's in the monster parts. And in that process, it's possible for her to take some of those like monster aspects on as part of herself, but that would essentially like corrupt her and like turn her into like this magic thing. At least that's what's been implied.
How far in are you?
I am in book 3, about 3/4 of the way through.
Okay.
So we
stopped looking through a lot of this.
Yeah. And so at this point, I would say I'm very solidly hooked. I was pretty well hooked after book 1 because I just thought it was really interesting and cool and like very hard. I started like when I say hard, I mean like they're like the magic has an expense. It's like tied into like the systems of the world, and it's like I think really, really well done. There's character development. There are interesting people that we meet along the way. The one real complaint that I think that I have that I kind of agree with that other people have had is that I think a lot of people have a lot of patience for our main character, in ways that aren't always the most realistic, or at least you would expect to see, I think, more negative reactions to, because our character's pretty mature, right? They're like a 20-something. They are fresh out of whatever the Magic Academy is. They didn't really have any friends growing up, and they are also like not a normal person, right? Like as a mage, they have a level of status in society that a normal person just doesn't, right? Because most people look at mages and it's like watching somebody walk around with a AK-47 and they have license to use it, right? You treat that person very differently than you would like just your everyday Joe Schmo. And so we see there are a lot of really interesting reactions that result from this. But I'm told that it is part of her character journey. And I think that we can already see it a little bit, right? She's starting to confront some of this, but it's not, like super crazy. But overall, I think I would rate this very, very highly. So far, I wouldn't say it's quite as good as something like Mark of the Fool. It's just because Mark of the Fool has a lot of like themes and like stuff that really centered over the top. But in terms of like a progression fantasy, something that's a really good read, interesting world, it hits all of those points really hard or very strongly. And I would highly recommend it. I'd probably give it like 8.5. 10.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
We'll see how I feel later on in the series, but so far I was kind of expecting to see, because a lot of times when you're getting a series this long, especially something like you usually see like, around book blank is when I like kind of started to fall off. When I was looking at people talking about this, people were like, yeah, I'm in book 10 and I still fucking love it. So
fair enough. I was reading a little bit and I was seeing that there's like a very specific point where people are like, you're probably going to fall off at this point, but if you skip it, you can just kind of get back into it and don't have to worry about it. So that might be happening. We might be hearing about that soon. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
But hell yeah. I don't know why I didn't expect it to just be a thing on the website. I have no idea why I've been expecting, if I clicked on any of these chapters, to be redirected off to something different. I might start reading some of these, because honestly, just off the cover alone, this looks like the type of shit that was up my alley when I used to read a lot. So that's fucking awesome.
Nice. Really cool.
Well, yeah. All right. I'm fairly certain I'm starting to take heat damage. I think that's going to be it for us tonight. It is fucking sweltering. Like, it's actually still been climbing in temperature in here this entire time.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it right now.
Yeah, it started at 81 when y'all were getting here, or like 82.
It's
anyway,
84 right
84
now.
degrees inside this house.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's because I came home.
Yeah, it's because this overheated bastard. No.
Stop being so hot.
Right. But that's going to be it for us. We'll see if I have a Switch 2 by next week. By the next time we record, we'll see if we're going to be doing that, and we're going to have firsthand experience or a bunch of offhand review experiences to talk about. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun, but that's basically going to be what next week is. Plus a whole smattering of books and stuff with Fluff, but that's going to be it for us tonight. It is hot as balls.
Like and regrind.
5 stars.
Follow our Patreon, or subscribe to our Patreon, or whatever the fuck people do on Patreon. It's too hot.
Do both.
That. Yeah,
do
it's
both.
$1. Just do it. Follow it and subscribe it and give us money. Do that.
Swoop it up.
But that's going to be it for us. So.
Stay gay.
Peace.
Love y'all.
it.